instead of that.
Yeah, you can pick it. You can click on if you want to use your avatar or don't want to use it.
Okay.
Hello, hello, hello. Hey, Tay Weezy, the champ is here. Uh, I want to thank everybody for joining April Showers and Amber's Angel's Truth. Um, I've been, frequenting her channel, and she's been frequenting mine. And she was saying how when she first heard me, she thought I was a racist, but she found out I wasn't a racist. And
Oh,
and
sorry.
so what I'm doing is I'm giving her a chance. She wants to ask me some questions, and then just tell the audience a little bit about yourself and a little bit about your channel. Hey, Chairman Tracy. Hey, she. Hey, welcome.
Well, I just I don't know. I don't judge people. I just if you can get a feeling about somebody. We wander around the YouTube streets and we listen to different people, and we have the choice to stay and listen, or we have the choice to not listen, right? And if you don't like them in your chat, you can delete them, block them, and everybody else can do that too. So there doesn't have to be no confrontation unless somebody wants one, right? So I'm like, I don't get it. I don't see how people feed on the negativity. But anyway, I'm back to discovering you. Um, the name April Showers. I'm like, that's cool. So I clicked on you and I was listening and everything, and um, you were having a conversation. But see, I didn't listen to the whole conversation. See, that's where people make their mistake. They listen to part of something and they latch on to it. So being me, I went ahead and listened further, and then I got the understanding, right? And then the other day, other night in one of your lives, somebody brought up going to the moon, right?
Hmm.
And you said, "Well, I never knew about that." And I'm like, there's things some people don't know about, and there's things I don't know about, and together we learn, right? That's
True that.
that's
True that. Because I don't know everything,
me either.
but together we all can know everything.
That's right. And I believe that we have a lot in common because I've listened to you uh you know uh when you don't have a guest up and you'll talk about my past is my past and I'm proud of this and I've come a long way. I'm right there with you. I'm actually your age. And see, that's another thing in common. Age is just a number, but it also can tell you the possibilities of what a person has been through, depending on,
Mhm.
when they were born, what they could have been exposed to. And see, my truth might not be your truth, and your truth might not be my truth. But then again, together we learn, right? And
Mhm.
then we got to do our research. We got to find out. You listen to somebody first, but if you know something already, you can shed some light for them. But I have no differences with you whatsoever. And I told you that out of confiding human to human, that
Yeah.
the racist thing. But we all, I believe, if people be honest and truthful, yes, they have some racist feelings in them to an extent because of their experiences. And through my experiences, I should be well, racist and prejudice, I guess, are two different things, aren't they? I guess I'm never been clear on that, but I've had it said to me, Well, I'm surprised that you have anything to do with the such and such culture or this and that. And I'm like, why wouldn't I? I mean, I'm not judging like they're judging. I take each person at who they are, what they present to me, and then only half of that. Because, like you said, and when you say so much knowledgeable things, you don't know who you talking to on these streets out here in YouTube. We got psychos all around us. No doubt they're on YouTube too, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they threaten, and it's so easy to threaten from behind a screen, because look, let them try that at your front door. I don't think so. I really don't think that these people see. I'm not trying to talk about. I haven't pointed anyone out, and I'm definitely not including you on this. But I think we all have that instinct to defend ourselves, and rightfully so. And we have our beliefs and form our beliefs based on our experiences in life, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm gonna stop talking for a minute, and maybe you can
Okay.
reiterate.
Now, yesterday I did my show, and I had on a hair bonnet, and I didn't have my dentures, and I lost my teeth
Oh,
because of cancer with the chemo and stuff.
okay, yeah,
But the reason I did that is because, you know, you don't have to get up here and be dressed up, because I can get dressed up, you know, but I'm trying to help somebody that might have issues where they're scared to show their face. Uh, like, we so worried about what everybody else defines as beautiful.
yes, I agree.
What society has taught us to be beautiful. Now I can throw on a wig, a denture in here, and look like I'm 40 something years old. But I want to give somebody else the confidence that no matter what you look like, that you're still beautiful. You're still
Exactly.
beautiful. And I know that there's people, oh, I would never get on that. She got a bonnet, she doing this. Well, that's you.
Right.
We all got different paths. And I've learned some valuable lessons in the past months. Hey, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut about things.
Right.
And
Right.
so, you know, I'm just, I'm gonna do me. I'm gonna keep doing me. You know, I, I, I got no issues with nobody. I'm gonna just, do me, do me.
And you 100
But,
percent right.
but yeah, what I'm trying to do is, I always tell people how beautiful they are. See, society, we I really didn't realize how much the media and society had programmed us on
Yes.
how we should be living, how we should be dressing. You know, um, it's just it's just amazing when I think about it. Like, the media, especially. Hey, true strong warrior. I want to give some shout outs to people.
Yeah, absolutely.
I have Amber's Angel's Truth, and we met because she came in on a show and she thought I was a racist. She hung up onto that, but she went back and she listened to the whole show. But Tay Weezy, Charmin, Tracy Robin, Sheed, we here. Welcome to TNT family. Sheed, we here, and welcome to TNT family. I know that they need watch hours. If you guys can support them. Joshua, Gabriel, hey, my son, he needs watch hours. Cooking with JW, they need watch hours. Hey, Rudy, hey, Spirit in the Sky Blue, what y'all sipping on today? Hey, Anna Marie, White Tupac, what's up? What you sipping on today? We building over here. Hey, the Bud Files, True Strong Warrior, how are you? Well, and so um, this is how Amber Angel and I. She was a mature woman enough to go back and listen to the entire show. And so I thank you for that. I thank you.
Well, you welcome, and I would like to address that thing about you know as a child, my mother was verbally cruel to me, talking about the way I looked and all of this. As I grew older into a young woman, she was jealous of me, and I went through some hell because of that. I mean, that's a whole different ballgame. But when you said, I want to address, that I came back, I watched the whole video because to me, see, you are one in a million here on YouTube, but you one in a million that I was guided to. And I believe all things that I'm going through right now and in my past, and especially now, I'm in tune with my higher power, which is God. But there's some confusion about, oh, what's his name? Blah, 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 blah. So I just say my creator, my God, my Jesus Christ, the blood, that one, because if you're talking about, you watch Hollywood, you watch the awards, and they're talking about, I thank God, God this, God that. They're never addressing, is it Satan God or is it good God? And then we find out yesterday, April, I saw something. I literally was surprised, which was kind of hard because I've been following everything really deep for about 8 years now, 7, 8 years, since right before Trump got into office. It got real interesting after that, and things. I was watching the Q board on YouTube. The two channels I was watching, they took them down because they were speaking the truth. And everything that they were speaking about has now, it's not a conspiracy anymore. Talk about when you said the media, they influence us, and then they started coming out with influencers and influencer and all of this, and they want to tell us how to program these young folk, how to dress, what to wear, what to look like everything you said. The average person, like I said, average. You know, you don't want to get in a car accident and your makeup fall off in your lap, right? Be you, be real. I mean, And then you find out the truth about Hollywood. Well, allegedly, let me say allegedly.
Yeah, we gotta say
Yeah,
allegedly.
allegedly, when you look at those beautiful, oh, they decked out when the red carpet is rolled out. They decked out. But let them take it all off, all the makeup, all the props, And we find out it's all an illusion. And then you should, because we could do a program on that. I mean, just to talk on that. Jim Carrey, I suggest everybody go look up. Is Jim Carrey unnatural? Jim Carrey unnatural. I have to look it up, but he's doing a comedy act. Look, he done come out with the truth about the truth about Hollywood. That everything that we ever believed is a lie. The movies that they do on disasters, like The Simpsons. The Simpsons, you can go on YouTube now and find it. Look up The Simpsons and Maui. The Simpsons cartoon predicted Maui. They predicted the Twin Towers. They predicted 9/11. Yeah, they way before any of these things happen, they're putting out a cartoon about it and fits it to a T. Programming. They're softening us up to accept it as they systematically destroy us. Now, they've been trying to destroy us for a long, long time. The first thing they knew they needed to do was divide and conquer, and take us down from within. Because before Columbus sailed over here, I don't believe that one anyway, especially after I've done my research. This United States of America, let's say North,
They are United Snakes of America.
yes,
To what
that's
they
right,
are.
all day long. But
United Snakes.
that's right, United States of America. Because what happened was they were looking for more gold, of course, and riches, minerals, whatever. So somebody came over here. Look, you know what they found? Allegedly, they found civilizations already here. West Coast was black, melanin skin, dark melanin skin folk. And there was the Eskimo people. They were also here. The Mexican people, they were here, but they were Indians. All of those were Indians. There was even some white skinned people here. They also were Indians, right? And so they
I
started.
want to say something for a minute.
Okay,
I dropped the link if anybody else wants to come up and join this conversation. I dropped the link. Okay, sorry, Amber.
that's okay. But so what they did was the so the his story goes. The Indians were wild, so they had to they had to take them out and kill them and take over the land. They raped the land. They pillaged the land. They destroyed the civilizations that were already established here, and claimed it as their own. And they did a reset, right? And it's real deep, but you can do some research on it. So
Yeah.
they imported all kinds of people and enslaved them, right? And then they they
Uh
brought
oh.
they brought the demonic. What's wrong?
Oh, okay. You have went out there for a minute. Okay.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So they
You
they screwed it all the piece that was here. This land was
well,
frank.
I was shocked. What whose show was we in? And kind of out, they said that they never went to the moon. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
They never went to the moon?
that's a psyop. That's a a Hollywood thing. They did all that underwater. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, they let us see what they want. We don't know for a fact that Maui has been blasted off the map. We don't know that, but all we can do is look at media, right? We don't know that the
Yeah.
videos these strangers are putting up, we don't even know if that's real. You have to use your discernment, but you look at what's going on around you. I hear there's riots in Atlanta. I'm not in Atlanta. I'm right outside Atlanta. I got people that live in Atlanta. They're telling me it's all good up there. Hey, and I can go downtown by my white self, by myself, and walk down the middle of the city by myself, and nobody's gonna. I've done it, and I'm not been bothered. I lived up there for 2 months when I was in a rehab for women, and every morning I catch the bus, get on the rail, and then get out down there downtown Atlanta, the underground, all of that, and then I stayed with someone years before that in the worst part of Atlanta. Nobody bothered me. I'm See, that's my experience. But I've been in places when I lived in Virginia. Hey, man, I suffered heavily with racist assaults on me because of my skin color. So, see, that's not truth about Atlanta, but I can take you to a little neighborhood way off, nobody's ever heard of, and I've experienced these things that they're talking about. Oh, Atlanta's so bad right now, and you hear on the news the crime rate's like 100% up. It might be true, but I'm not sure. So, what are we poisoning our brains with? The hate, the division, all of that. The not don't like someone. Don't if you're not good enough. You ain't got all your teeth. You ain't got all your hair. Your skin the wrong color. You're the wrong weight. You're the wrong height. What? You're the wrong age. You come from the wrong place. Look. What is right? Tell me what's right. That's all I. Where'd you go, April? She left me all up here by myself. Um, let's see. Let's see. I guess I could look at chat and see what's going on. I guess I could say TSW OCOV, hello. We build over here. Patty's Kitchen and Garden and more. April, where are you at, girl? Oh, you back? Hello. Miss April. Together we break chains. Are you all right up there? Is everything okay, April?
Yeah, I got kicked out. I don't know if it's the internet or what, but True Strong Warrior was saying Ronald McNair is her cousin, and he was one of the astronauts.
Okay.
Okay, this, oh my gosh, this was the one that went up and it crashed. Hold on,
Oh, yeah.
remember? Yeah,
Well, that did happen.
yeah, yeah. It
Hey,
says,
Amber.
We watched that.
hey, it says Ronald Irving McNair was an American NASA astronaut and physicist. He died at the age of 35 during the launch of the Space Shuttle Challenger on a mission STS 51L. Oh, wow. That's the one that we watched just blew up, huh?
Yeah. See, that was a
Oh,
setup.
my God.
They
Oh,
had,
I'm so sorry for that, True Strong Warrior,
that is
to
sad.
have to see your cousin pass like that. Hey, hey, 312 Suburban Girl. Yeah, in 1986. Yeah.
Well, they had to take those people out that got that knowledge, especially if they didn't trust them. You ruffle feathers, you're going to get fluffed. And hey,
Mm.
together, I'm glad to see that you're alive. I hope you're well.
Yeah. We've been praying for her and talking about you and Jay's poet. I did a little prayer. You want to tell us what it's like, what your experience was like?
Oh yeah, how's everybody doing? It was so much rain. It looked like somebody unzipped the sky. And while the rain was coming down, I was like, why my TV moved? And looking at, like, I had a bottle on the table and nobody was there but me and stuff. Like mine wasn't violent like the one that they saw in Ojai, but you could feel the rolling. I was like, why is my TV moving? What's going on? I looked around, the dogs was barking, going crazy. So they pretty much let you know what's going to happen before it happens. But my backyard, I didn't even want to go like outside. My backyard was flooded. I could have threw a little like a
Mm.
little surfboard on there and it would have just like flowed right to the edge of the gate. The streets were flooded. People were like, their cars were parked on the side of the road, because they couldn't go any further, and the freeway just fell apart and cars just fell off the side of the freeway. And it was just crazy. You had people like driving at high speed, and one guy had broke down on the side of the road. He got out of the way, but some idiot wanted to drive super fast, and it was so much water on the freeway where he couldn't even control, and he kept us on the brakes. When you hydroplane, you're supposed to remove your foot off the brakes, not keep your foot on the brakes. And so he crashed into the car where the guy was on the side of the road. I'm not sure if the guy got hurt. So it was just like, houses sliding off the hill, piles and piles of dirt. Because remember, we had those fires, so there was no trees to hold back the dirt. So it was like just a big mud rush. Like you can hear it. It was
Mudslide.
I call it a mud rush. It was
Yeah,
like it wasn't sliding, it was rushing down the mountain.
yeah,
And
that's
so
awful.
like a day after, we decided to try to go and see, what kind of damage was in our city. And like we had like there's some places that are like dry, lower level, like pieces of land that's filled up with water, look like a little lake. Like, dang, that probably hasn't been filled up in years. So yeah, it's a lot going on. It's a whole lot going on.
Well, I hope that.
Okay, everybody, let's welcome Truth Strong Warrior to the panel.
Hi,
Um,
hi, Miss April. Everybody, how y'all doing?
Hello.
How are you?
Can y'all hear me good?
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Okay. I'm not gonna stay up here long because I'm gonna just listen in the chat because I'm trying to cook too. But what I wanted to say is when she was talking about the moon, it automatically put me in the mind of Ronald because I remember I was like 8 or 9 when this happened. And my mom was pregnant with my youngest brother, and that's why his name is Ronald because of that Challenger. The problem with that is that Ronald wasn't even supposed to be on that Challenger that day. They called him last minute, which is why it went up late because they was waiting for him to get ready to come. So I'm just like, why did they put him on that Challenger last minute? It was like he wasn't even supposed to be on there. He went last minute. He was the last one added. That was crazy to me. But
They
oh,
his
do
wow.
that if they have a
his
troublemaker, or if somebody is questioning them. They will do that. And I don't mean to cut you off, and I'm definitely sorry for your loss, but just think about it. Recently, the guy that was the Obama's cook, information has come out now. Everybody is saying that he passed on in 3 feet of water when it was truly 8 feet of water. He was 6 feet tall. His fingers were broken. His skull was bashed in.
mm,
So come on. He was writing a tell all book. They don't know if it was a positive book or a negative book. So at any rate, I got to get rid of you. And so maybe your cousin was the type of person that wanted to know, like, wait a minute, what's going on? This don't look right. And it was innocent because he was probably taught, speak your mind, say what you feel. And they didn't like that and say, okay, you know what, we're going to get rid of this. And that's how they do it. And I'm sorry again for your loss.
Yeah, I just always wondered that. I was like, for all the, they try to make it all right and everything or whatever. Like, of course they gave the family what they gave them or whatever. And now they have these museums and schools and parks and all that stuff is good, but he's not here. And I just always wondered because my uncle, he was, I remember him telling my grandfather he wasn't even supposed to be on there. They added him last minute. And I'm like, something ain't right. But as a kid, you're kind of listening in on the adult conversation, but you really can't contribute. So I'm just listening, and it's like he wasn't supposed to be on there, and we always felt like something was funny about that. But I don't know. But he's my mom's first cousin because his father and my grandfather are brothers. So he's my second cousin, my mom's first cousin. That's crazy. But I'm going to listen in the chat, Miss April, because
so because true strong warrior. I'm going through this like we've been lied to so much with the media. I'm not even hey, they didn't go to the moon. Then they didn't come out and they've said that there's actually been aliens here. Spaceships have landed. They kept that.
I do believe that there could be aliens because my thing is we have all these other planets. Do we really think that it's just life here? Like something has to be somewhere. What are the other planets doing? I don't really even know if Ronald had actually been on the moon or if he just was outer space, I do know he has been up in the spaceship before. That wasn't his first time going up, but I know he wasn't supposed to be on that particular one. And if you notice, if you go back and you watch it, you will see them. They'll tell you like they're waiting for somebody. They were waiting for him because he was late. He was 2.5 hours late. Because they called him that morning to take that mission. That was crazy.
But he was just 35. He was young.
Yeah, he was young. Yep, he was young. Because, he's a generation above me. Yep. So, I mean, it is what it is. I don't know. My family's just never been, comfortable with that because we know something was wrong with that. It just never made sense. And the justification that the government gave us, even if we read the papers that they gave us, they never clearly tell us what happened. They give possibilities of what could have went wrong, but they never physically found out what happened.
Now see, true strength.
I can't hear Miss April. Am I out or is she out? Oh, I can't hear nobody. Can y'all hear me? Chat, can y'all hear me?
They called him at the last minute. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just mind-boggling to me to know that we have been lied to for so many things. Like this is weird. So hold on. Let me. I gotta add some Miss Together. I gotta add her to the screen.
back down and just be in the chat. I just wanted to explain that because I thought
Yeah,
it would be
what
hard.
you cooking?
I didn't hear you.
What you cooking tonight?
Fried
What are
chicken,
you cooking tonight?
fried chicken, macaroni and cheese, collard greens, and cornbread.
Check
I'm
this
on my
out.
way.
True strong warrior. She cooks a big meal every day. Every day she cooks.
Yeah, yeah,
She cooks a full course meal every day for her husband and her boys.
yes. Yeah.
So you do know them boys gonna be looking for a woman that can cook. So you might have to teach them.
I will. All
Okay.
right, I'll talk to you. I'm being in the chat.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Okay. All right. Where did Miss Together go? What is going on with this? Okay. Amber, you back? Hey, Papa Will. Amber, are you back? Papa Will, how you been doing? So Amber said she had to do something. Um, how you doing, Patty? We build it over here. But anyway, like I said, I don't know where I'm gonna drop the link. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Hold on. I know Amber said she had to do stuff. See, the light keeps going. If anybody wants to, yeah, I don't know what's going on. I know Amber said she had to do something. I'm gonna tell you, Papa Will. I feel as though there are so many people on the internet and they just don't have enough towers or they're shifting internet service. So I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, I wanted to say yes. Yesterday I did a show and I just had to I had on the bonnet and I just came on natural. I wanted to let anybody know that's struggling with issues they don't feel beautiful or you know their teeth aren't perfect or all of these things that society has told us this is what defines beauty. You're beautiful. It's all in your heart. It's all in your heart. Christina Aguilar has a song, You Are Beautiful. Words can't bring me down. I can't sing, but hey, I'll be trying. I'll be trying. I'll be trying. Yeah, I need yeah, you have to love yourself. Um, Growing up, I was spoiled. I was you know, I was well loved. I was spoiled. I, I, I was spoiled. Yeah, Papa Will, I could really never sing. Well, I just try now. There's a guy, Adrian Sports and Karaoke, and they do uh, karaoke on his channel. I finally did karaoke. I want to tell people I'm a life survivor, street survivor, breast cancer survivor. I no baby, I'm young and hot. I might be 60. What I'm trying to say is do whatever you can do while you are young and able to do things. Try to save for a vacation and take a vacation. Hey, talking 6ix9ine and can't stop walking, but love going and cruising. My my godfather passed, and we just buried him. And I retired before my godmother did. Now they did do the family trip. They went to Virginia, his people and different. But had this list of things that they were gonna do once she retired. And as soon as my godmother retired, I want to say less than a year is when my godfather got sick. So I'm saying this to say, do try to do what you can. Try to take like that cruise on the plane, a city that you never visited, or if you went out, just see the world or get on the train. But try to do what you can do, because I know so many people, it seems like once they retired, like they got sick. But try to do what you can do. You know, make your list of things that you want to do. See, I had never been on a pole. At the age of 59, I got on one of them stripper poles on the party bus and had a darn good time. So do what you can do while you can do it. Yeah. Growing old, I am blessed to still here. I am grateful. It's challenging, but I'm still here. I'll be taking my first cruise in December. My first cruise in December. And I am just so nervous. Uh, Looking at that water, oh my goodness. I mean, we have Lake Michigan here in Chicago. And then even here in Joliet, we had the Des Plaines River. But not the type of water that they have in New York. Not that type of water. I got a phobia. I don't know how to swim. I do not know how to swim. Hey, Tanya. Boy, Tanya and Hawkins 69. Let me tell you, they over there, these girls be jamming. They be jamming. I like that hip hop. I like the old got a lot of gospel rappers out too, y'all. Hip hop rappers, hip hop gospel rappers. Hey, I love to talk. And so yeah, yesterday I did show. I had my bonnet on and no teeth in, and I did that because I want people to know you are beautiful. Words can't bring you down, no matter what society has deemed as the perfect look, perfect body. Love yourself. Love your molds. Love your freckles. Love your nappy hair. Little crooked teeth. Love your no teeth having itself. Love your breast having itself. Love you. Okay, Amber, you back?
Yeah,
Okay,
I just
where you, Amber? Oh, okay.
what were y'all talking about while I was gone? I apologize, but
No,
I got issues going on with these chickens, and it's dark, and I had to get them all in. So yeah, they weren't cooperative. When it's hot, they don't
so
cooperate.
are you running a farm?
No, ma'am.
You in a farm?
I started to she got dropped down again. I started to do raise chickens, and sell chickens, but sickness came in. I lost over 200 altogether over a period of time. I I'm just gonna see the ones I've got through, and then that's it. I'm done. I was even gonna hatch out eggs, and I'm not even doing that. So uh, okay, you're back. Good. The internet's screwing around with everybody, so technical difficulties all over the place. Yeah, got yourself ready for growing older. Uh, yeah,
Yeah. I don't know what's going on with my internet. This thing keeps kicking me out. But enjoy life. Try to do some of the things that you want to do, because ain't nothing guaranteed, is
No,
it, Amber?
no, ma'am.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll tell you a short story real quick about, my mama's always like, I'm next in line to die. I'm like, look, you the oldest left, but that don't mean nothing. And I'll give you a good example. So I was babysitting for my niece, my sister's daughter, and she had a 5.5-month-old son. And so she went to work, and I always kept him in the living room with me. I never put him in his bed. I never put him to bed. In her the crib was in her room, her bedroom. But I just kept him on a pallet in the living room. I'd sit down on the floor and play with him or hold him or whatever. I didn't believe in just stick the baby in the other room, whatever. So one day she called from work and she says, "How's the baby?" I said, "Well, I just fed him." And let's see. I said, "I just fed him and he we just put him in bed." I said, "Everything's fine." So I also had her daughter was there. She was like 5. And I said, "We're gonna lay down and take a nap." And so I finally, my niece was there. My other niece was there. She's like, "He's crying. Put him in his bed." So I'm like, "I don't want to do that." She goes, "He's a little brat. Just put him in there." I'm like, "No, you know." So anyway, I fed him his bottle. I put him in bed. He continued to cry. So my his sister, the 5-year-old, looked distraught. So I'm like, "Well, let's go in there and see what's wrong with little brother." So we went in there. I got him out of the bed. She held him. I said, "You want to hold him?" She said, "Yeah." So she held him for a little bit. She was sitting on the floor, Indian style, and I placed him in her lap, and she, he was cooing and not crying. I said, "See, that's all. He just didn't want to be alone." I said, "But, since we got him in here, we're going to go ahead and we're going to take a nap. We'll put him down for a nap." And I laid the baby back up in there and put him on his tummy, and because he'd just eaten. And he didn't cry no more, and he seemed like he was going to sleep. So we went on out of the room and shut the door, and I laid on the couch, and she laid on the other couch. And my other niece was in and out the front door, back to her bedroom, and gone to the store, come back, in and out during this 2-hour period that we took a nap or whatever. I wasn't asleep solid. I was just resting because 5:30 is early in the morning. So she comes home from work, and I go outside finally to smoke a cigarette because I didn't really smoke that much with the baby around. And I was just getting ready to light my cigarette. I even remember the color of the lighter was cobalt blue. And the girl upstairs had come down and was going to borrow a dress from Tara. So she went in there. They went in the bedroom, and I heard this god awful scream. I'll never forget it. And she was hollering, "My baby, my baby, my baby's dead." And I'm like, I didn't even light the cigarette. I threw the cigarette and the lighter down. And I ran in there. She comes out of the bedroom with the side of the crib and the whole panel in her hands, waving it over her head like it was nothing. She said, "My baby's dead." I'm like, I was in shock. I couldn't understand what she was. I couldn't grasp it. But anyway, what had happened was the baby got pinned between the railing and the mattress was up under his chin. His back was up against the railing. He had moved around. I guess I woke up or never went to sleep. And he moved around and wedged his way in there. And he hung himself and he died. And he died on my watch. And he was 5.5 months old. So he was the new one in the bunch. So you never know how long you've got. And they took me downtown. I thought I was going to be booked for murder and all of these other things. And I went through hell with my family some members thought there was something I could have done. There was nothing I could do. You know, it was a faulty crib. They looked everywhere for the missing piece of the crib. There was a piece missing, and I'm like, "Who put the bed together?" She said, "I did." I said, "Well, where's the?" They looked. Well, she threw the side of the baby bed over the balcony, and we were like on the third floor. So the girl came up from the second floor and came up to the third floor, and she threw the rail out over the balcony. So they searched the parking lot and everywhere. They never found this missing part on this baby bed. But it was years before when my grandbabies was one of my grandbabies was born 2 months after he died. I couldn't even hold the baby. I couldn't hold a baby. I still won't hold babies. It was traumatic to me. But I understand that death has no age. We are never promised another second. One of us can have a heart attack right here on the live in the feed. You, me, any of us.
So true.
And I thought about that. What if somebody that we watch, if they die, we would never know. So people need to not disrespect each other just because you don't know somebody in the physical realm. But you're doing a mental connection here on this internet. You are doing a spiritual connection with people. And if you're really in tune, you'll know right away whether you need to disconnect or connect with someone. You got to follow your instincts because instincts are real too, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that death thing, nobody's promised tomorrow. And I keep telling my mom, she's 83. Well, I'm next. I'm like, Mama, you almost lost 2 son-in-laws in the last 3 months, and you still hollering you next. Stop it. Why don't you live the last days? Yes, yours are more numbered than ours because you're 83. I said, but don't sit there in that chair, Mama, and melt away. And well, all she wants to do is smoke cigarettes, watch TV. If that's what she wants to do in her last days, so be it. But don't make us feel bad, because everybody don't jump up there and see her every day. She lives right here next to me. I go up there and check on her, make sure she's got food. I look out for her. I make sure things are clean because I think she's got dementia, but she can't remember 1 minute to the next anymore. And it's disturbing because I had some things I want to talk to her about, but she's checking out on me. So not only are we not promised life, but we aren't promised our minds, our brains. You get hit in the head and you get you a certain kind of concussion that you can't come back from. Oh well, yeah, it's too late. So you live in the now with people. So
Exactly. Yeah, I have my on my father's side, my oldest uncle, he's 86 and his Alzheimer's is in full effect now. And man, I tell you, it's hard seeing your young, vibrant relatives and but they were so full of life, and to see them get old and go through that, yeah, yeah.
it's
Hey,
rough.
Colette. Hey, Mayhem and Miracles. Yeah,
They also take their knowledge with them.
exactly,
They take that with them too.
exactly.
And I told my mother, we're not guaranteed to get dementia and Alzheimer's. They say it's from the medication prescriptions. I'm like, well, I threw all mine away quite a few years ago, and I really need some pain meds, but no, I can't do that because I'll be flirting with disaster. So
Mhm.
I do my BC powders and do the best I can. And my sister said, if you were really in pain, you'd take them, you get them prescription meds. I was like, really? I said, with all the fentanyl and all this other crap going on, I won't buy any off the street. Besides, they want $8 and $10 a pill. It might be more now. I don't know. I ain't trying to be a drug addict in a different form again. I broke my addiction. God broke it. I don't need another form of addiction. I don't.
Yeah, and everybody's pain levels are different.
Yes.
Some people can take pain and some can't. Yeah,
Yeah, I got a
yeah.
real high tolerance. Real high tolerance. My sister's always talking about, I don't know how you do it. I said, it takes will, will, because you lay there in pain all night, you up with pain all day. I said, I'd rather get out and do some weed eating, take care of these chickens, do what I gave up gardening, but I do what I can. And sometimes it's so painful, but I push myself because I'm not going to sit in the chair and melt away. I'm watching my mama do it. So I'm learning from that. And I hear what the family members say about it. So I don't, and we shouldn't worry about what people say. But I still don't want them to say those things about me. So, you know, it's a struggle. The struggle is real, you know,
Yeah, yeah,
and it's sad sometimes, but life fair. It's not really fair either. I don't think. I told her I didn't mean to do that.
girl. Sometimes we just have to deal with the hand that we got dealt.
That's it. I mean, we can't walk out. We can, but I heard the punishment for that is eternal death.
Yeah,
That option was open to me back in the days, but that is not an option anymore. So we suffer. We carry our cross. If Jesus did it, I can.
yeah. I love to talk. You said the key words.
Don't.
Thank you. I love me, and that's what you have to do.
That
You
is.
have to love yourself. I don't know um, how to tell people. Who was that had a song called "I'm Different"? You just love yourself. If you different, you different. Different from who is what you. I could remember years ago, like I keep saying, what society has deemed we should be. You
Right.
know, now you see all of the black anchor women, they wearing their braids now and everything. It was a time they didn't even want you to wear braids
Yeah.
on TV. The natural hair. Well, and so do but it's changing now. It's changing.
If I had it all to do over again, we all wish we could sometimes. Most people, because hindsight's 2020. I wouldn't have listened to my mama when I was young about my looks because it took me down a whole different path. People are cruel, and sometimes they're very aware of how cruel they're being. You ugly. That is, man. I would never tell an ugly person they're ugly. Don't you know they know it? physically I'm talking about. But you look at we know, you and I know, we got to look at this inner, the spirit, because these bodies drop to the ground, we're going somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
You heard that song about let the bodies hit the floor?
Mm-hmm.
Bodies drop to the floor because I don't want to be here anymore. Take me home, Jesus. God, please come get your people. We ready. We tired of this demonic world where Satan rules. And Hollywood's doing their standing ovation at the progress they made of destroying people's thinking about their image. You got to look this way, walk this way, talk this way, act this way. Really? I don't think so.
Yes, you can come up. I'd love to talk. You can come up.
Yeah, and
Do
then
you see it? I should have pinned the link. That's what I should do.
yeah,
Hold on. I should pin the link. Y'all know I'm doing my favorite thing. I'm getting me some snacks.
girl, don't give me some snacks.
Hold on. And then I'm a pin that. Um, what a question I want to ask you is: did you ever talk to your mom about the way she talked to you, how it affected you?
Yes, I did, and I'm still going through it with her. And I'm a little bit upset that now that we can't tell for sure if she's being conveniently forgetting this and forgetting that. Because when I bring up stuff now, I don't know what you're talking about. Don't tell me you don't know what I'm talking. It's not time for you to, uh-uh. Because I've tested her and she got total recall on some stuff. Let me bring. She said we were all talking about her one day, and my sisters didn't see it, but finally they did. She said, "Y'all described me like I was some kind of monster." I said, "It is what it is, Mom." She got told you are what you are. I said, "You may have grown old and slowed down and being a little graceful, but yeah, I ain't forgot what you done." I said, she said, "Well, I'm sorry." I said, "Well, I forgive you, but," she goes, "You can't use me as an excuse on this or that." I said, "No, you're not the excuse, but you're a big part of the reason." And I'm gonna stop and let somebody else talk.
Okay. We want to welcome in. As loves to talk.
What?
Hey,
Hello,
Hey
everybody.
guys,
How you doing?
Hey,
Hey, Papa. How y'all doing? What's the lady name over me? I don't. I want to pronounce your name correctly.
Amber,
How you doing, Amber?
I'm good.
How you doing, April? Thank you for
I'm
inviting
doing fine.
me. The best for last. Thank you for
Yeah.
bringing me on.
What's your
so
name?
it's been a minute since I've seen. It's been a minute since I've seen any of y'all, and I'm gonna tell y'all now that I'm up here, because April, I'm real bad with names. I recognize people, and I remember our histories and stuff.
Right.
And
Mhm.
it's my bad that I haven't seen you like every week since before managing to keep myself from getting struck out of YouTube.
Mhm. Okay. Yeah.
I endured 5 strikes from these people, man. They're gonna throw me off of here. I'm gonna tell you because I keep telling them, how come you gonna tell me I got porn in my video when most of the people in my chat are women? How you gonna
Right.
say I'm doing that? And then how you gonna? I
Mhm.
don't know what else you thought, but man, I think somebody flagged me. I had to get out on the outer edges of some of these young people. Some of these young people are just bad. Y'all agree?
Agree.
Yeah, I think it's just who
Really?
you got on your in your supporters, and it might be trolls and they flagging you. They just reporting that you doing something that's not really on your channel.
Haters.
Yeah.
Yeah, hating. I told them. I said, y'all allow people to have videos on your channel of stuff like um April just said, shit that ain't even true. You
Right.
allow them to have this space, and they got hundreds of thousands of views, and you allowing them to continue to brainwash. They got Marcus Garvey up there like he was some kind of hero to Americans, and he was a goddamn Ku Klux Klan with his black ass.
Exactly.
If I'm talking about, you know how April know how I get. Eyes, you know how I get.
Well,
You
Right.
know,
truth is truth.
yeah. And I
People
think that's
don't
the
like
only way
people
people.
don't like the truth. They don't like it.
No, no, because you think of it like this. Okay, I'm 68 years old. My mama was
Congratulations.
born in 1918, right?
Right.
And by the time she had me in 1954, she had lived a whole damn life. She was 37 years old, right? And she come out of that era where we all think we were subjected to some damn ships brought over here from Africa and dropped our ancestors off. And that shit is a damn lie. And YouTube lets people play those videos, gets hundreds of thousands. I can't get 500 subscribers, god damn it, telling the truth. But that's what I
Oh,
love. And
oh,
I ain't in no hurry for no bullshit.
oh, so April Showers and Amber Andrew, the truth. Oh, that's the young lady over me.
Right.
Okay, okay,
Yep.
okay. No, I was just trying to figure out what was the title because I didn't want to talk about nothing that had nothing to do with your title.
Oh no, I was just, it's just me and her tonight. Whatever you want to talk about it.
Okay.
Let's talk about it. I mean,
Let's talk about it. Yeah.
let's let's do some real talk. I mean, not that you don't, but
I
be real. I mean,
I
truth.
wanted to make a statement on when you were saying love yourself and that the black anchors was using, I mean, they starting to wear their natural hair braids. I remember that. I never saw a natural black woman on the news forecast wearing their natural hair. You know, I looked up to that sometimes. I was like, I like her short haircut. I like her long extensions. And at the time, I didn't know it was extensions. I thought that was their hair. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know they
Mm.
wore wigs. So when you say that, I say that to all the women out there that's listening right now, all the older ladies. I'm 40 something. I'm 41 years old. So I'm an older lady. So, but I can speak from both generations, but coming from a young lady to an older woman, and knowing that no matter what age you are, we struggle with agreeing that we look beautiful, and I want to say that we need to start thinking stronger in ourselves and knowing that we beautiful and we need to love ourselves before we change anything because dealing with the relationships, dealing with any the fleshly world out here, they will have you second guessing who you are and what you are and how you are, and definitely being in certain relationships as with men. A lot of these men, they look up to, I'm not man bashing, I'm not saying that, but me being a woman and being in certain relationships and seeing our men, they fornicate or they lust over what they visualize on TV. Not saying women don't, but it's mainly high, men have high standards with their women. And if you don't wear, if you're not this certain size, or if you're not this perfect, or you don't have long hair, or if you don't have, women, we do these things to ourselves because we trying to please our men, or we think our men like these things, and they might like the image of it, but I don't know if they like it when it's time to come home and you got to take it off. But because men have high standards, women judge how they look internally and physically. And the first thing we got to do is love ourselves, because if we don't love ourselves, you're going to be changing yourself so much just to please somebody else.
That is very well stated. You are. That's fact. All of it. Every bit of it.
And that don't
Sure.
matter.
Yeah.
That's no race. That's no color. That's no creed.
Yeah.
That's every single woman. A child second guess herself the moment she start hitting puberty, and she sees a girl with bigger body parts, and the boys is running after her because her body parts is bigger to a skinny, slim young girl that carries nothing, and it starts real young. So it's like I'm telling all the young ones, all the beautiful young ones that in our older ladies, that no matter what age you are, love yourself, love it, because if you don't, you're not gonna be satisfied in what you're doing. You're always gonna be trying to change something because of someone's holding a certain image towards you. TV, music videos, it's a lot of things we women are really looking at. That's why you got these women having surgeries, and some of them say, "Oh yeah, I do it for me." No, you don't. You do it for the attention that you can get, and that can be from the men getting more attention from them because this is what they like.
Hey, that brought something to my mind. Can y'all imagine? Just imagine if the television never had any programming, channeling, influence on image of people. I've had somebody say, "Ooh, he's so ugly." I'm like, really? I don't think so. That's a sexy man right there. Ooh, you got bad taste. Who are you to tell me what I like? How
Right.
what are you holding your standard on? Because a
Mhm.
beautiful, most gorgeous man, if we describe a gorgeous man, you you I just feel like he has more opportunity to deceive women and use women. That's just
Oh,
my
girl,
opinion.
that's the.
That's my opinion.
Uh-huh.
And I've heard
Hey,
men say, "Get you an ugly woman if you want a woman that's going to be loyal." That don't matter. People do what they do. You know, the looks is a different story.
Right.
I'm sorry, April.
hey, hey. I was always told you don't want nobody that everybody else want.
Yeah,
Mm.
that part.
Right.
I sure
Right.
don't.
You,
Uh-uh.
honey, you can get that ugly man and fix him up, but trying to be
I'll
with
take.
the fairness man that everybody want, who wants that headache? Cause
I'm
they
Hey,
not
look
gonna
good.
say ugly man. I'm just gonna go for somebody. Forget the looks. Your looks don't matter to me.
that's
If
right.
your heart ain't pure, you ain't for me. Cause you can be the gorgeous man, you can be the ugliest man, you can be the skinniest man, the built man. However, we want to categorize it. If your heart is ugly, you're ugly all over.
Oh, that is the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Another truth come out. Yes.
Yeah.
And that goes
Yeah.
for females because I'm not just gonna lean it to just men. I mean, just men do it because we women do it. We hold men to these standards like you gotta have a job, or you gotta have money, or you gotta have a certain amount of money, or you gotta be financially stable. Not saying they ain't supposed to be, but just saying there's a standard that we have for men to be, called really stable. And we can do the same thing to them, and some gotta be like, well, my bank account don't reach here, my credit score don't reach here. Like they do it mentally, we do it physically, and that goes both sides. No, if your heart is ugly, you can be the gorgeous man and be think in the world. If your heart is ugly, that is gonna be the most thing that is gonna stand out is your heart. And what God said, what you spit out is what's coming from your heart, right? If
Hey,
you spit ugly words out, you are an ugly person just because God said what is not what you take in, is what you take out, what comes out.
hey, look at this. Listen to this, y'all. Imagine that you at the you like ice cream. I'm gonna assume everybody likes ice cream. And you go into the ice cream shop, store, whatever. You go in there and you get your favorite flavor, right? Oh, it looks so good, and you might get something on top of it, like cherry, whatever.
Right.
But you get that spoon, or you take that first lick, zero sugar. It's very deceiving. It looks so
Right.
good until you
Right.
get,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
oh, that's a nat. Throw that shit away. I don't care what it looked like. I ain't
Yeah.
having. Just an example. I'm just like,
Oh no, that was a great example. Or you
No,
take
that was
that first. Yeah. Yeah.
oh, you can throw all kinds of
Well, check
toppings
this out.
on.
They say everything that glitters ain't gold neither.
That's right.
you
When you
know,
lick that syrup off of it, you still gonna get that no sugar
Hmm.
under it. It's gonna come out because once you peel the banana, guess what you got left?
the pill.
That's it. Nothing but the peel. No banana, just the peel. That's funny. But yeah, who set the stand? I wish I could get a hold. Look, I'm not violent. You have to, I want to meet we could set the new standard, and that's called don't judge,
Right.
Mhm.
but that's that along with so many other things that need to take place. It's never going to happen in our lifetime, y'all. But it's up to us to try to at least lay down a nice, fine, thick layer of goodness.
Right.
But hey, we've lost grip on the. I say we because as a society, there's no grip in these young folk. They got to be deprogrammed. They need
Right.
Jesus.
Right.
I mean, that's the
Well,
only
see,
thing.
hold on. I knew
Uh-oh.
you was gonna lead up to this. See, working with young people, you have to be that person that brings them straight out of the ignorance that all generations have been subjected to, including those of us that think that we came from Africa. So our ancestors came from Africa, or that Marcus Garvey could put us on ships and send us back to somewhere ain't none of us ever been from. That don't put it on Jesus. You got to understand that the spirit in you is the Holy Ghost. So project
That's right.
yourself as Jesus. Don't be down on you, because you could be down on you about some shit ain't got nothing. Ain't nobody saying nothing to you about it. And you know how I know? Because if they were, they all would be up around your neck right now, telling you what they think about everything about you. See, and that ain't happening. So you got to
What do you
realize
mean?
that most of that's in your head.
What do you mean?
I mean, don't judge yourself.
Oh,
You're the
you
first
talking
person
me
you don't
judging
want to
myself?
judge, huh?
I'm talking about young folk and deprogramming
No,
them.
I said
They
that
got to be
first.
deprogrammed.
Yeah, they got to, and that means they got to be told what the truths are, so that they ain't. I don't watch TV, and I don't watch nothing that says anything around me that ain't true. At 68 years old, it's my sworn duty that if I could get 500 people to understand, look, go over there and see the truth, and then tell every generation you can after you, like I've been doing, for like since
Hey, brother Tim.
75. Since 75, I've been telling people which way to go. I was in the military, and my job was to lead, whole elements, whole forts, whatever. Airplanes dropping bombs on people's head. I was taught, well, I wasn't taught. I knew how to do it. I just needed their words and their actions and them to tell me to go do it. But what I'm getting at is with young people, like how old is your oldest child? My son is 44 years old with two grandbabies, and all three of them are better characters than I ever was. Okay.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
this is what I can add to what you're saying. First of all, the adults are so deeply embedded in the wash of the brain, and they pass it on, like you said, to the children. But look, you can take all the adults, all of us out of the picture, right? And you got a cell phone in a hand because a parent, because the new way is internet, TV. It's even in the schools.
Right,
They're
right,
all indoctrinated, and there ain't nothing we can do to deprogram them.
Yep.
They are hardwired, and being hardwired, it's going to take an act of God to undo the wire.
right.
Say that firmly because I was hardwired once I was into the drugs, and it took God to help me. Once I understood that the body doesn't control the mind controls the
The body.
body. Okay, so I had to do a lot of deep talking. Rehabs didn't help, programs didn't help, meetings didn't help, medications didn't help. I knew, I kept telling myself over and over, brain rules body, spirit, body. Spirit, you got your spirit, your body, your mind. And it took a while, but when it clicked, it is now hardwired. Can't do no drugs. Will never, let me say never again, because people say don't say never. I will never willingly and consciously decide to go hit me a damn crack pipe. I
Right,
believe somebody brings me a crack pipe, I'm going to look at it like this. If you know my history and you bring me a crack rock and you bring me a pipe, I'm going to cut the damn head off. Because
right.
Hallelujah.
you a
That's what
snake.
I'm talking about. Right.
My brain is hardwired. All my grandkids, if I could get a hold of them and get them in my life and make sure they're not indoctrinated. My sons, not indoctrinated. Why? Because they were raised by me. Why? Because let me tell you something. These people that graduated with honors, ooh, they're thoroughly programmed, right? It's the dropouts, the ones that didn't finish school, the ones that didn't get the final wash of the program.
Right.
They are the ones that are successful right now. Look,
Right.
Girl,
graduate.
you ain't never lied.
Look what the graduated people. Hey, half of everybody I know is dead. All them people that I knew are they're dead. What did they die of? All kinds of shit. But look, the failures in high school, the dropouts in junior high school, hey, they're thriving and alive. So they missed part of the programming, y'all. And look,
Zero make the best heroes.
you damn right. And I had a guy on the street tell me, you know, I ain't gonna go into all the details, but he's like, you need to get rid of that zero and get with this hero. And I'm like, oh my God. First time I heard that, I'm like, really? You have no idea who you even talking to. Come to me, step to me like that. You have no idea who my man is. And you get rid of him to get with you. Why? So you can use me? No, you're not using me. I'm not your slave.
First of all,
I'm
he was wrong by
about,
knowing that you had him in, and he still stepped to you. So you know he wicked from that moment on.
well, they people assume that crackheads, I'm gonna speak in that term, when I was a crackhead, that we were would subject and bow down, kiss ass, do anything
Right.
for a crack rock. Look, even then I was strong enough. I wasn't strong enough to put it down at the time. I think God took me through that to teach me some things. Let me see some things. Let me understand some things to where I could help this future people. God needs soldiers. He needs people that have been in the trenches to come out of the trenches for what's taking place today. It's going to take soldiers to do some serious, strong work. Come into my realm. If you come into my reach, where I can speak to you and put my hands on you, I can save you. I can sit you down if there's no violence incur. I can talk you into get your attention focus long enough. You will put that crack rock down. You
Right.
will walk away from it. And I put myself in a position that if I went back, I was a dead woman. I was going to be murdered on sight. So I made it that way for myself because I didn't want to go back. I needed to set myself. Anyway, I didn't mean to go off on a tangent. But what I'm saying is this: my sons ain't crackheads. I hear people say, you know, well, I use drugs because my mama did. I use drugs because my daddy did. I was raised around drugs. Let me tell you something. Some people have the mind set in them to when they see that going on, they walk the other way and they know it's too much pain for them. They don't want to go through that. So they don't do it. My son said they seen enough what I put them through, what I went through myself. They ain't gonna go through it. So I'm just saying, I might be one in a million with my little story. But
This is exciting shit right here.
It don't matter.
These
You
motherfuckers,
listen, you gonna reach
modern
somebody
life.
that's going through the
Well, look at
same
them,
thing.
man.
I'm gonna tell y'all something.
They need your story.
They're super action.
Well, you know what scared me, y'all, and it takes a lot to scare me now. I'm
Sorry,
brave and I'm not afraid. I'm not strong enough to fight nobody, physically talk shit and whip somebody's butt, right? But mentally, I will take you and let's go round and round. Come on, because I don't know where you've been, but I know where I've been.
Right.
Go on YouTube, y'all. I did it about a month ago, you know, and I was looking and watching and thinking, and then I did it the night before last, and it scared the hell out of me. I had to turn it off. I couldn't even shake it out of my mind as I was trying to sleep all night. I didn't. Go on, and it's Kensington, KENSINGTON, Kensington. Look up Kensington zombies. Y'all, them dead people are walking. Them dead people are walking. We got a zombie apocalypse going
We
on.
don't even need to have people on drugs to be zombie. You got people that's not on drugs, like you said, that is hypnotized, that is memorized, and that's fantasizing in this worldly shit. They are walking zombies alone when they have no fear of the Lord, or they think that doing the wrong shit is right, and they can sleep at night.
Sleepwalking.
They
Yeah.
ain't sleeping, they sleep walking.
Yes. But I'm gonna tell y'all,
Yep.
go look at Kensington. Oh my God, y'all. I knew, look, right before I was able to escape the drug realm as a completely different realm. As soon as I was able to do that, okay, see, I'll just say this. So one night I was sitting at the table in the crack house, and I was sitting at the table. I'm not gonna go into that part, but I'll tell you this part. So what I was smoking wasn't it was not cocaine, y'all. It oiled up wrong. It was wrong. There was something wrong with it. And I couldn't smoke it. I'm like, look, y'all can have this. I said, I'm gonna warn you right now. There's something wrong with this. This is not crack cocaine. This is something else.
Right.
And I believe that it was partially meth, right? So they were starting to take the meth and mix it with the crack rock, the crystals of the meth, and with the crack rock, and selling it like that. And see, it tastes like and smells like burnt hair. It's not for me. It's just not for me. I don't see. Well, anyway, so I said to myself, if I cannot find a way to escape, I'm going to end up dead because I'm going to smoke something that ain't right. Look what's going on today. People dropping dead. One hit, you're dead. One hitter quitter. That's a true one hitter quitter. Nowadays, it's one hit and you're gone. You might not even inhale totally. You're gone. It's a risk. It's a roulette. But I think I can't. Anyway. So I said all that to say this. I believe God was with me. He walked me through the trenches. He took me through hell. I've seen everything that you can imagine. Yep, even that, what you just saw. Anyway, and it was like I was like walking through a vision the whole time. My body, you know, I was in misery and hell. And these people in Kensington, they on a different kind of drug. They look, if the mind controls the body, and you looking at somebody,
you fucking with something that's messing with your mind.
Yeah, if you look, y'all go watch it. I mean, Kensington Zombies. You look at those people that are leaning over at the hip, hands touching the ground. They ain't there. They half leaning. They look. You know what they look like. Okay, so the mind controls the body. I see this body these bodies that you're looking at, they ain't got no brain controlling those bodies. But what is controlling those bodies then? Got to be demons. Got to be demons. The demons are living in them. They dead people walking. And I just can't see it any different because I've been on the other side. Y'all probably have, maybe not. I don't know everybody's story. I can only tell mine. And mine ain't the greatest one ever told.
Right.
You know which one that was. And he's still trying to come through today. But people better make their choices. And look, I'm not highly what they call religious, Bible thumper, or anything like that. But I'm spiritually in tune with my Creator. And I believe that all the bad that I went through, it's like, oh, you need to go see a psychiatrist for this. You need to go see a doctor for that. You need to get on some medication. Guess what? Why do I want to go sit in a box with somebody that's getting paid to listen to me for 30 minutes and take my brain through a total rewind of a bad experience? Why do I want to relive that? Who in the hell thought that was a good idea?
Girl, ain't that the truth? Because it seems like you re-traumatize yourself.
Yeah, you can't forget. Hey, look, sitting in them damn meetings, I used to tell them, I said, look, y'all keep asking me to get up and speak, and I'm not a talker. At that point, I wasn't. I said, y'all want me to say something that I don't feel like I need to tell y'all.
Right.
But then half of y'all are sitting there tapping your fingers, waiting to go ahead and get high or drunk as soon as the meeting's over. So what is your purpose? This isn't for me. I said, I'll never come back. And I didn't. Even when court ordered, I told him. When I told him, he said, how you got 3 months clean? This was in the first time I got clean. How are you 3 months clean? I said, who do you, I give God the credit. Well, you can't give God the credit. I'm like, F you, call my probation officer. You let him know if you can before I do. I won't be back to talk to you. And
I would say rebuke the devil.
Look, they didn't make me. They did not make me go back. I told the PO. And you know what that redneck sucker said to me? Well, you down here in the South now. You got to do this and this. I'm like, I need a new probation officer. Well, I got me a new probation officer who was very nice. That's another whole long story, but April, I hope
you're fine. I mean, the moral of the story is you're fine today.
Right.
Hey, and I can't go. Look, my sister asked me yesterday. I'm here. Well, she says I shouldn't tell people this. I'm by myself. by choice. I love my peace. I don't need anybody to validate me. I don't need anyone to keep me company. I screwed up. Well, I'm not gonna say screwed up because if I hadn't, I wouldn't be where I'm at now. I have my peace. That's all anybody should seek. And I tell my grown 40-year-old son, 42, and the other one's 38, seek peace, man. Get rid of her, divorce her if you get the kids or not. You need your peace. And you know what? They've been apart about a year, and he's in process of divorcing her and getting the two kids from this one. And he's doing very well. And I said, and I kept he said, "Mom, you crazy." I'm like, "Look, you don't want to hear anything I got to say, but let me just tell you this. And if I die tomorrow, let this echo in your ear forever. Seek peace. Seek peace. Don't we all deserve it? Yes. And we all can get it. Sometimes you got to be by yourself in order to know
Hey,
it.
Papa Will, I love to talk. What is your definition of peace?
Oh, my definite. Oh gosh, that's deep. The definition of peace is
What would you think when she says finding peace? What's your definition of finding peace?
accept what is. Because when I say that is because um the way this world is running now, you're gonna be unpeaceful because this world is not here so you can live peace. This world is here to corrupt you and change you and mold you to what you want it to be. And once you found peace in yourself and love yourself and get yourself together, you're gonna look at everything around you and you're just gonna let it be for and let it be what is, and that's peace. Peace in your mind and your body and soul. Um, that's the only thing I can explain peace. Peace is just it is what it is, and I accept it for what it is.
That's perfect.
Where Papa Will go?
I think he said he on live. Papa Will.
Wow, y'all hear me? I'm here.
Oh,
I'm just sitting here being all quiet. Oh, is it my turn to speak? Because boy, y'all let me start talking. I'll change the whole curriculum. Because
He
I
gonna
wanted
flip
to
his
finish
script.
saying,
she said, "What is peace? What
huh?
do peace mean to you?"
Oh, peace. Peace means to me waking up with me every day that I'm alive. That's all I mean. That's a big thing. That's peace. That's peace of mind right there. That when I roll over, put my feet on the ground, and my head goes vertical, you know, I'm living a good life right there. So I go outside. Hey, how you doing? You all right? Hey, thank you very much. Please, really? Oh man, that's really great of you. Hey, all power to the Most High. That's peace to me. Because I come from worse than you can imagine. I'm sorry. What's the lady we've been listening to with the jeans for her?
Amber.
Help me out, y'all. Quit playing.
Amber.
Yeah.
Amber,
Amber,
I'm sorry. I'm old, because I didn't
we
stop
all
smoking
old.
crack
Don't stop
at
saying
60
that.
years old.
We all old. That's good
No,
though.
just listen to my story. I
We
didn't
old
stop
Okay.
people
smoking
being
crack till I was
older.
60 years old. So
So you
how
was
could I
how
tell
old?
60? So how
Did
could
you
I tell any
Okay.
of y'all to stop doing what you're doing? I give you all praise for it. Girl, I've had cancer. I was just sitting there talking about I have this catheter they had to put in my chest while I was in jail on the county, costed over $200,000. But you know what? When I got arrested, I was already done smoking crack that day. I've been smoking crack since 1983. Can you imagine that?
Oh, you smoked
83?
the good stuff.
Huh? Huh?
Back in the day, it was good back there in the 80s. In the 80s.
Yeah, because see, in the military, and if this ever comes back to me, I'm gonna know it's one of the three of y'all. But I'm gonna tell y'all a secret about me.
For the
In the
audience.
military, you know, in
It
the
wasn't me.
military, I sold drugs. Okay, I was a drug dealer in the United States Army, infantry certified combat soldier. I sold dope to everybody that I could while I was in there. So I had the most perfect, and I was one of the first people to learn that you didn't need ether to do it no more. Because you could cut it all off. If you had good shit, you could cut good shit with just baking soda.
That's right.
Because baking soda would just screw up all the chemicals off of it and leave you a big old fatty ass knot sitting up there looking at your ass like dare you to go get some tweezer and an X-Acto knife and cut you off a little something. Treat it like
Chef,
a little
master
steak.
chef.
Drop it on your plate. Here's a napkin.
Master
Yeah.
chef.
Yeah, that's what they call me. One time I
Me
put a
too.
lampshade. I put a lampshade over my head with one of those lab coats,
Yeah.
and then I put all these naked women up on my wall, and I put a curtain across so nobody was supposed to come in there fucking with me while I was shaking it up because it's rise, you know. 'Cause, I serve people at a table on a plate, like we was having meat to dinner or something, and a drink, and a girl sitting in your lap that don't even like crack. She just like meth. So she's taking her meth here. She ain't even fucking with your crack, but she's just so glad to be there hanging out with you. That's kind of shit I had going on. I'm still spending the money I made from being a dope dealer.
So you never smoked? You never smoked?
Oh yeah, I'm telling you, girl. I just stopped smoking when I was 60.
Oh well, congratulations!
I invented smoking. Okay, let's figure this up. This is for the smart people. How many years is it from 1983 to 2014? How many years is that? I'm getting kind of old.
I have no idea.
You said
I don't know. Ask girl to talk. She younger. She could figure it out maybe.
so what?
That was 39 years, okay, that I smoked crack and sold drugs and put on shows. But what the Lord did for me while he was letting me do all of that, because if it hadn't been me, it'd have been somebody that might have been killing all kind of people, giving them dope that wasn't real and causing people to die over, just all the people that ever came around me. Trust me, each and every one of those people that ever smoked dope around me is still alive because me and my belief
drugs back then was. I think the drugs back then was way better than what they doing now because they mixing all type of crazy stuff. But your lifespan is short.
They ain't got no respect for drugs no more. I don't fuck with none of that shit.
Lady, she was like that too, and she did drugs, and it affected her family because she did some crazy stuff. But she living till this day, and she good. Like nowadays, you do the drugs today, you ain't passing 20-something years old.
That's right.
Passing 20 by 25.
Yeah.
Like, what you doing? What you on? Or they walk like she said, zombies. You see them 19, 20 years old. You too old to be acting, too young to be acting like that. What you on? You not what I was doing. You on some other stuff.
Yes, taking them out. Taking them out.
We got scarier because they starting to put Diffenthal and everything in it. That like first it was a body of embalming fluid, roach spray. Now they gonna put shit in it where you gonna get addicted. Now you dying from weed. I ain't in nothing like that.
They're gonna exterminate us one way or the other.
I ain't in that bubble. That kind of behavior has nothing to do with my life.
Right, you was in the era where the shit was getting pure. Like, I mean, the shit was pure and it was healthy, but it was good. It wasn't contaminated as it is now.
And it
Now
was cheaper.
it's dangerous. Right. Right.
Yeah, that's dangerous. And the people that are involved in the whole menagerie are all totally different and brainwashed like 9, 10 times over from where I come from. And they
I
don't,
know my mother
it's
was
amazing.
doing stuff like that, and she was able to still be a mother. Nowadays,
Who was?
Right, right.
what ain't the same no more. That
It
stuff,
ain't.
that
No.
stuff, your child will start smoking that stuff, and that ain't your child anymore. That
My
person
mama,
got so much on their soul and they soul and they body. You be like, what the freak are you on? Where you want to go to that extent?
It's something completely different.
Yeah.
I've
Sorry
been
to
clean since
interrupt y'all.
2010, so I knew something just ain't right with it. Just wasn't any good. The high wasn't even the same.
No,
People were bending over, and they were bending over more than backwards.
I'm not gonna lie to you. When crack was out, when I was a little girl, you barely saw them. They might have been out at night, or you might have caught one or two roaming the streets in the morning time. That it was different, and then majority of them you had a house to go to, so they knew to be inside with that stuff. They knew not
Right.
to go on the street. Now these drugs, now these people is out here walking, standing on their feet, trying to move, or dying in the corner, or doing some crazy stuff. You be like, that's something weird you're doing. That's not
That's not
Right.
normal. That's not. It's far from normal. It's
right.
it's it's crazy.
I think it, like you said, I think they worshiping the devil over this stuff.
Yeah,
Because
I think there's demons in it now.
right, this is
And my
crazy.
body rejected the demon that one time, and that was
Right,
it. I couldn't. I
right.
couldn't. If God was
see, I
leading me,
never was afraid of
there
no
was
God
demon.
demons
said
like
you not
that,
taking
and I
this.
couldn't take it.
God said I'm gonna blow it out every time you light it. What?
Hey, yep, yep.
It blow
Well, look at the way the weed smells now. I mean, weed smelling like skunk. I mean,
they
those are
got
chemicals.
they be talking about I want to smoke that weed with colors. I'm like, what?
Colors,
Colors to it?
Christmas tree and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm not laughing at the situation. What I'm laughing at is that I love that you having your story up here and you telling your truth. The crazy stuff is that, not to say that drugs was good back then, but you can
In
tell the world is
comparison,
changing and the
Yeah,
world. Sorry,
look, in comparison is what you're saying. You
right,
ain't saying approval of it. It
right,
was a whole different ball game.
right,
I'm gonna
and
tell you, the ball game changed in 2010. I'm telling you right now. That's just the way I
when
feel about it.
look at the rappers, they will kill themselves because they rapping about you come on sober, you start getting the rap game sober, right?
Yes,
All of a sudden you get into this music industry. Now you taking all type of 20 pills, liquid medicine, all this so-called shit that they say you doing. And you on TV looking like a crackhead leaning over the table and you recording yourself doing that.
right. Well,
Drug
you
is
seen
that.
what's his name? I know it. I see him all the time.
Yeah, they do mollies. They pop mollies. I mean,
Molly's
shoot.
and all pills is the same thing. You just taking more of it, but in different versions.
I look at Kanye. He's
It's
telling the
like they encouraging drug use now. Like, shit.
What
like
you saying?
Kanye take a pill. He said they had him where he was taking pills to get up and pills to put him down,
Right.
wake up, pills to go to
Get
sleep.
it up.
And when he wanted to go against them and they couldn't control him, they said he was crazy and they said they're locking up again.
And I'm
Kanye
so
is not
glad you said
crazy.
that. I'm
Huh?
glad that you said that because my culture of people, are so brainwashed that even though, let's say he might be crazy, right? Because I don't think he crazy. I think he on a different wavelength, and nobody
Yes.
knows that wavelength and not on it, so they're gonna call him crazy, right?
Right.
He's speaking truth, right?
Yes.
Yes, Kanye
Your
speaking truth.
pastor, you ain't gonna believe everything your pastor say, but you're gonna pull out the stuff that's evident wise and that sounds correct, and that's the truth. And majority of what he's saying is that he sat at the table with these people. And I'm telling you, and he spoke nothing but the truth. I don't think Kanye crazy. I just
No.
think that we are not on that wavelength yet. So it's because it's like learning about aliens. I don't know if it's true, but if somebody come to me and sit down and say they was with aliens and they sat down with aliens, I'm gonna be like, yo, this person crazy because I never saw it. So I'm gonna think that person crazy. So that's just
Right.
like Kanye. Kanye on a level where nobody knows about that level, and you're going to be looking at him like he crazy because you're not on that level. You still in this brainwash. You want to live on this earth. You want to follow what they doing here.
Well, people are rejecting the truth. They people ain't even accepting the fact that news is fake news, CNN, all that stuff. They are not believing the truth about Hollywood. They not believing the truth about. Look, man. They even the devil knows that God is real.
Right, Reno TV.
Reno TV said,
Drugs has become a part of the culture now. Yep.
"Yeah, sick of it's
Oh yeah, is anybody running the show through there? Y'all can run the show through y'all channels too.
Oh, I ain't think of that.
I don't even know how."
Yep. But no,
Um,
he right. If I ain't talk to my kids, I'm not gonna say I never did drugs. Now I smoke me some weed, and I drink, right? But I
yeah,
know that my mother had an addiction, and I be damned, I'm gonna get an addiction to something that I know she wouldn't want me to get addicted to. And I know they say the standards of your parents being addicted to something, you can get addicted to anything. And that's food, TV, phone, electronics, liquor, food, dumb stuff. So now that I drink liquor, I know to not abuse it. Cause I have it doesn't mean I have to drink it. Now I smoke weed. Don't smoke weed because I don't smoke weed. I tried. I used to smoke weed when I was younger. It used to make me laugh. That's all. And
oh yeah,
now I smoke weed. I'm paranoid. I'm talking to myself.
yeah, something wrong with it.
Or there's a two level. It's different kind of weed. One is like body high. You get high. By the time your high go down, you feel like you worn the freak out. Don't like that weed. Now somebody told me it's a mind high. Now what you mean a mind high? Is it gonna control the way I think? It's gonna have me bug out. So I don't want that
Paranoid as
mind high.
hell.
So I don't smoke because it's not putting me where how I was younger, just laughing and looking at people at a laugh.
Laughing and getting the munchies. Yeah,
There you
everything
go.
was funny. Chinese eyes and getting the doggone munchies.
There
Laughing till
you
your
go.
gut about kill you. Your gut be hurt. Look, them days are gone, y'all.
Yep.
Them good old days are gone. I wish I had a joint that was like back then.
Yo.
More because we need to laugh. All the stuff that makes
Right.
us laugh has been stolen, taken,
Right.
revamped. We got a great deception going on in the world over the planet right now. We
Oh
in a
my God.
big deception.
Honey, let me tell you something. The way this United Snakes of America is right now, honey, and it's a very sad state, and I really hate that they are using my race of people
Yeah.
to go around and make this stuff that they're trying to put on in the world like they are the spokespeople for this foolishness. Again, you know, the views expressed of those of everybody that speaks, it's their views and opinions,
Right.
and they are respected. Uh, I hate the fact that, we finding out, well, they're using our people to promote the agenda.
Yes.
Right.
That's just as simple as that. I mean, no other way to put it.
That
And
is that's a fact.
yeah,
Look, they know how to work. They know. Look, they created the mess. They know how to work it. They know the end game. They have an agenda, like you said.
Right.
They know the end game. But look, there's a difference. I just want to see. Now, I hear some people say, I'm woke. But look, awake. You either are
That's
awake
like somebody waking up saying, I'm
or
woke, but
you're
you're not
woke.
awake. You still
Like
in that
hang
day,
together.
right?
like I said on my live earlier, like awake is like when you already took a shower or you ate your breakfast and you get
Right.
ready to drive the car down the road. But when you just woke up, you not got your wits about you, even in jail, prison, whatever. When they wake you up, they give you a certain amount of time before they hold you accountable because you
Right.
just woke up. So
Right.
if you're awake, you've been awake for a while, you know what's going on, you see
Right.
what's going on around you. So when somebody says, "Oh, I'm woke," be careful because that means you're not awake. You're not
Right.
you're not totally privy to what's going on. You only under the illusion that you think you know what's going on. Now I could be under an illusion too, but I don't think so, sister. And let me tell y'all, I believe that y'all are also part of like anybody that's talking on the levels that we talking. Not saying we're superior or we're below, but
Right.
we're talking about it. We're talking about
Mhm.
the problems. And if people don't talk about the problems, what happens? It don't get talked about. People don't find out the truth. And so we all go to hell. Where we go one, we go all. It doesn't matter your culture, your upbringing. We
Yeah.
are what's left. If we can't do it, y'all, if we can't save what's savable, we all going to perish.
Right.
I'm just saying, if you ain't part of the solution, you're part of the problem. If you woke, you ain't awake. I'm y'all, I guess that's my whole issue. That's my main thing in life right now. It is all I can do to reach my family. Half of them are sleeping. Sleeping.
I was on
They
JT
woke.
said that. You was on JT Live and you said that.
Yes. Actually, that's right. It's true. On
And when
whose life?
your family sleeping is you can't. I mean, if they don't want to wake up, because you were telling us about your daughter and you had said something to her, and she was like, something wrong with you, leave me alone. Like you were saying that when you was trying to tell her something, she got mad, and there was no need to get mad. I don't know if you was praying for her or you was trying to wake her up, and she got mad, and you said she stopped talking to you and stuff like that, or she got mad at you or something.
Uh, whose live was it on?
JT Live, the guy he read from the Bible.
Oh, JB Poet.
JB, there you go.
Oh,
JB.
JB.
Yeah.
JB.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I thought you said something else. I'm sorry.
But you know,
This is something.
but
I told him JT.
Okay.
yeah. Hey, together, are you here?
Yeah, she's up here. I'm just listening.
Sometimes I
Oh, okay.
so just tell
You
me
know,
stop talking.
check this out, y'all. Back in the day, let me tell you something. We couldn't disrespect anybody.
Mm-mm.
I don't care if they was an alcoholic,
Right.
a dope head, crackhead, whatever, because I don't even like them the name society then gave to
Right.
them. I call those are people that's dealing with addictions, Those are people that are dealing with some shit that they have decided to numb away their pain.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody ain't as strong as everybody else. Just because you strong don't mean everybody else could
Right.
be is strong.
That's
Just because you've arrived, that don't mean everybody else is supposed to
that's
Right.
arrive, you know. And so just because somebody is a bum on the street don't mean that you are not supposed to listen to them. See,
Right.
that's some more programming stuff too. You ain't talking to your family and all of
Can
this
you hear
stuff.
me?
Huh?
You sound really
Uh,
low.
I
Oh,
don't
do
know
I?
why. No, me. I didn't know what was going on with my earpiece.
Oh, okay. Now we can hear you. But
Oh,
see, that's
okay.
what society done taught us. You
Right.
know, they took away so many people's kids and all of this. Like, they have no respect. I don't give a doggone what your mother or father did. They still your parents.
that's right.
Real talk.
I'm gonna mute and stop talking.
They,
I need to listen to you guys for a little bit.
well, um, together, you want to chime in on anything we've been talking about?
Yeah, I was just listening, and a lot of what you guys were saying is 100% true. And I can remember when I was younger, my aunt was addicted to drugs, but when I would come home with homework, just because they were, like she said, drug addicted and had an addiction to alcohol, they were still sharp as a tack.
There
And
you go. Thank you.
they were still
Mm-hmm.
sharp as a tack. And when she would help me with my homework, I would always get better grades versus those that did not use drugs because they didn't know. She knew. She was very well educated. Just because she had an addiction did not count her out as a person. And, when she would smoke her weed, she would just like eat and eat and eat and get the giggles. And now, here you can see a whole lot of weirdness going on. Hold on, my Bluetooth is tripping. Hold on.
She's right. Like she's right. It's
Yeah.
the same no more. It didn't start getting worse when maybe in the 80s when you start seeing that this drug was taking a big toll on people's lives. So it's like it's changing as the years is changing, and if the world is not good, the stuff is not good.
Girl, you know, all of that, putting that in our communities. Then you took away the kids. The foster parents got all of this money. It was just a revolving cycle for some people that, hey, to make money off of our suffering.
Yep. Yep. And
That's
they
all.
make money off our suffer because look at these movies that tell us how we are, and it's and no race thing, but when you got this Caucasian man making a movie that's supposed to relate to us or speak about our information in our neighborhood, they making profit off of our suffering, and they telling us like we know how you are. This is what's gonna happen. And I let me throw Black Panther in one of them. Black Panther movie. When I was hype about Black Panther because I'm a comic gal. I like the comics. But when I saw the movie, I didn't see them educating me. I saw them telling me what they knew and that we throwing it in your face and we telling you the truth, and you think it's entertaining. That's how I took it. And at the end of the movie, I was very insulted because I was like, wow, oh my gosh. They just threw a whole bunch of information in our face, and we looking at it like, yay, it's Black Panther. Oh my gosh, it's so entertaining. But they just threw so much information and laughed in our face and said, we giving you the information, and you still laughing at it, and you looking at it entertainment, and you not even gonna do nothing about it.
Wow.
I want y'all to look at that Black Panther movie and don't look at it as entertainment. Look at it as like it's telling you something in between them damn lines. Because at the end of it all, it was about a man that went to a country, became a drug dealer, had a son that went back to his rich hometown and wound up getting killed because of something in between it. But he got killed and no one knew of his son, and his son was left behind to go through the system, the foster system, came back angry to come back and kill his loved one
Wow.
over a throne that he didn't even really want. He just wanted to fuck it over because he was mad.
Wow.
If y'all look at Black Panther, this is what they threw in my face, and my kids was like, hey, this is entertaining. They loved it. But as young Black boys, I looked at them like, oh my God, you didn't just see what the freak they just smacked me in the face with.
Right. That's crazy.
Well,
Yep.
see, that's you got to speak up. You got to speak up and spread. You got to speak up like you just did and tell it, and so people can recognize because they sleep. Wake them up. Wake them
But
up.
a lot of people don't want to be woke up though.
They sure don't.
That's the okay, like like Miss April don't get into religion or really into politics, but when you look and pay attention, and one of the things that just like blows my mind back is that people literally stopped being my friend because I said that I like Donald Trump.
Oh,
And now that they see what Biden has been doing, they want to like
yep,
circle back around. And I'm like,
yep,
no, because if my friendship didn't mean that much to hold on to what I was saying, then there's no need in carrying on this friendship. So the
right,
thing that continues to happen with Biden is he continues. And people that like him, you can like him. I have no problem with him. I
right.
don't care. But he continues to call black men boy. And
Mm-hmm.
he's been doing it since he's been in office, calling black men. Like one guy said something to him, he said, hey, shut up, boy. And so they brush that kind of stuff under the rug. I've never
Yep.
one time in my life of research heard Donald Trump address a black man or a woman as boy or gal. He's
Yep.
never used those words. They're coming out with videos now that they kept suppressed where they're asking Donald Trump, what do you feel about the KKK? He said, when I was 5 years old, I told my dad I hated the KKK. And he said, and I continue to tell them that I don't like the KKK. I don't like what they stand for. And so it's like a lot of things that they're suppressing. They're trying to indict him, get him from um, winning. They're trying to keep him out of office because, see, one of the things with Donald Trump that makes me angry is that he talks too much. He talks
No,
entirely.
leave
He
him.
talks he talks too much because if he had not have said, when I become president or when I run and if I win, the first thing I'm going to do is go after Hunter Biden. Once he said that, they started the fiery darts on him with heavy artillery. Then that guy that they traded Brittany Griner for, he made a statement. He said they don't want Donald Trump back in office because he's going to pull the blankets off of all the corruption. And he said, I wouldn't
Mm-hmm.
be, he said they're going to try to jail him. And once they get him in jail where nobody eyes are looking, they're going to try to exterminate him.
Can
And
I say
so,
something about that?
mhm.
Not to interrupt you.
Go ahead.
I'm not gonna say I love Donald Trump, but I like Donald Trump. Want to know why? It's
He's
because
America
he
first.
told no. But forget America first. That man told me everything that was going on in that White House. He told us when Hillary and him had a debate. He said y'all had Democrat in the seat 4 years. They did nothing for you, black people, and so you vote me in the seat, and I'ma still do nothing for you. So it's not
Yeah.
going to be the same. That man told us the truth. And what that told me to do, what they say, keep your enemies closer. That told me get my ass up, start building what I need to build it. Because right now, everything is going to hit the freaking fan. That man
Yeah.
told us everything. If our people don't wake up and listen, that man, the Republicans don't like him because he keep telling the truth. And he telling us everything. And what we doing is grabbing it and moving on up.
But
That's why they don't want him in there, because he
not
gonna
only
tell
that, sis,
everything.
not only that, they cannot control him like they
Right,
can control everybody else. And because he's not going to be controllable, that's why they want to get rid of him. And they
right,
think that what he said crime is going to be out of this world, taxes are going to go up, this is going to happen. That he told everybody what was going to happen. But look, I was blessed enough to get a website that was out there, and it has all the pictures that is on Hunter Biden's laptop. And they had to blank out the faces and the vital organs in order not to lose their website. But the pictures are everything that he said. They are extremely graphic. Allegedly, I'm trying to say that so I'm not getting her in trouble, but there are children involved. Allegedly, you know what I'm saying? So um you can still see him smoking that crack pipe and the tooth broken out, the lines of crack cocaine laid out on the table. You can see the um prosthetic women. That's what I call them. I don't say the full name. I call them prosthetics. You can see the prosthetics. Everything that they said that he did is absolutely on that laptop. And he left it. And when they went to go fix it, and when they had to open up those files, they had to turn that stuff over. And that is why allegedly China has so much control, because allegedly he was over there fondling with little children, allegedly, based on the pictures. Allegedly, there's some other stuff that he was over there doing. And so that is why everybody is able to come here and do exactly what it is they want to do, how they want to do. And all these different people coming from different cultures are coming here. They're not being vetted, they're not being seen. As far as they, like my cousin, she moved from Atlanta because she was having issues. But not everywhere is bad, but the area that she said she was in. So she went back to Washington, D.C. She moved into an apartment complex, and there are a lot of people that's from Africa. And so these people are not being vetted. So she was in her car pulling her stuff out to move into her apartment. This African guy grabbed her and was forcefully pulling her into his apartment, grabbing onto his manhood. And she started screaming and called the police.
but
And
that
now,
happened inside of New York City without being African. That happens
no,
here.
no, no, that's not what I'm saying. But you're missing the point. You're missing the point. The point is, yes, we have American people that do those types of things, but the American people that cannot just grab a visa and bounce out within the next few minutes, they can't run like that. A person that's from another country that is here on a visa, all they got to do is call in for a ticket right away, commit a crime, and bounce the crap out. And there's no way we can go over there to their country and snatch them back unless they slip up and come back to America and we see them. Like in California, there was a deletion that happened out here in the 90s, and the guy ran back to his country of Mexico. Now they've been begging the family, asking the family where this guy is that wrongfully deleted someone's or terminated someone's life. And this is the like 1994, and the year 2023, he been here, and he slipped up. And after all those years, they finally caught him, His family knew where he was for a long time. That's why they need to get rid of the dual citizenship. When they come here, they have dual citizenship. They can do what they want to you and me and run back to their country. So if they take that away and say you no longer have dual citizenship, then they won't be able to run, is what I'm saying. Yes, Americans commit crimes every day, but they can't just hop on a plane and bounce out and live comfortably in another country without being caught.
Well, can I say something, y'all?
Mm-hmm.
So the ending's not for everyone. I just want to. I've lost my train of thought thinking about what you just said. So the thing about Donald Trump is he was put there, and Hillary is supposed to win.
Right, right.
He was placed there. This plan that he's part of is to expose the darkness, the child trafficking, the human trafficking, the crimes against humanity, and Hollywood, Hillary, all of that allegedly. And the reason they want him gone, hey, it's too late.
Right.
Hey, we're at ground zero now. The storm, the storm isn't upon us. We in the thick of it now.
Right.
I don't know about y'all. Y'all probably haven't, speaking in general, but because we're part of a great awakening, and it's not for everyone. And like you said, together, a lot of people don't want to be woke up. No, they don't want to give up their false matrix reality. Right? They're too comfortable. They don't want to face the reality. A lot of people are going to kill themselves when the final curtain opens.
Yeah.
Because
do me a favor. When we talk about people not being here any longer, we have to change our words to like extermination, or they're no longer among us, because they will strike her channel for us using words like the M word and stuff like that. So we have to be careful, especially being on somebody else's platform. I would hate, because I can't go live. They hit
what
me
word
for a
did
video
I use?
No, I'm saying we have to be careful when we say like people not being here anymore. I didn't say you said anything. I'm just saying if we're gonna say words, let's be careful, because I know I said it by accident.
Believe me, I know all about that.
Yeah, I said it by accident, so it's just a reminder to all of us.
I appreciate that.
Kick that knowledge, sister. Go ahead, kick that
yes,
knowledge.
ma'am. Yes, I completely agree, and thank you, because I might have been going there, and you felt it, you knew it. So
kick that knowledge. I'm waiting for your
it's all
knowledge, baby.
good.
Go,
It's
go,
all
go,
good.
go.
Okay,
Go,
so I know y'all have heard about Q.
No, I have not.
All right, QAnons.
No, I have not. That's why I said tell me.
For real? Have any of y'all? Okay, well, anyway, back years ago, right before, actually in 2016, on the YouTube platform, there were these two people that were saying, it was like they were predicting the future, right? And they were saying all these things that are going to happen, like Trump did, does. And everything, and they call people like me a conspiracy theorist, right? But I'm not I'm a conspiracy theorist no more, because everything's coming to the light. Everything is now factual. Right. Okay, so on the latest board at the 17th letter of the alphabet, which is the first letter in the word queen. We'll talk like that. They got us talking crazy now. They almost got us talking a different language. Didn't y'all remember
at first?
Didn't y'all hear Nancy Pelosi say?
The letters like.
Don't you know? Didn't y'all remember Nancy Pelosi saying we've got to change the language?
Yeah.
Bitch, please.
And they're gonna start
that crypt keeper.
Yeah. Well, they arrested her in 2021. The video's out, allegedly. They sure did. See, people, they say, tell me, have y'all ever heard them say, people say, we're watching a movie. We're
No, I haven't
watching.
heard that.
We're watching. See, when Trump came in, they had the plan from Kennedy, JFK, when he was assassinated, because he was getting ready to do what Trump is now doing, and that is expose the deep state, the dirty, the do dirties. I'll just call them the do dirties, and the dark side, the demonic, the Satan worshippers, those that side. Um, and it's on both sides of politics.
Right. Not
Democrats.
both, none sides are
Because
safe.
Satan don't discriminate. If he can get you, he's going to get you. But see, all of these people, if you've seen how many people are resigning, stepping down,
Because they're not
disappearing,
following that wickedness.
look, committing suicide. They can't find them. Look, they're taking them out, or they're taking them out. I mean, the game is over. Trump's playing 5D chess, and guess who wins? Do you look? Every time Trump makes a step forward, they allegedly used the DEW weapon on Maui. Every time Trump gets an indictment, something tragic happens. Earthquake in where was that over there in Syria? Somewhere. I can't remember. But you know, the big earthquake. All of that was that was done by the do dirties. All this stuff that's happening, they're doing it because they're getting it's their last bit. They at the end of the rope. They're gonna fight tooth and nail. They're gonna attack us because the truth is coming out about our history. I would say y'all's history because of the y'all scratch that, y'all. Our history, everyone's history is a lie. Everything's a lie. Hollywood's an illusion. Trump's exposing it all. Kanye, you got Kanye. Let's see. There's some other people. They shut him down. Mel Gibson.
Look at Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey was my favorite comedian.
Yes.
He dropped out like he said, and he said that.
Yeah, I saw a video last night. I was watching him expose, and he was making little. He was talking out. He changed the language, but you can read between the lines. You could speak without speaking, and he did it. And they done him in. You know why? He's lucky he's alive. Because if you speak truth, they gonna stomp you out. But
that's why we
Excuse me,
can't
can I
pass
say
500.
Can I say something real quick?
yes,
The movie that Mel Gibson did, I saw it, and it's called The Sound of Freedom,
yeah,
and it's about child trafficking. And the guy that played in the movie, he was a real agent,
Jim
and
Caviezel.
it's
I mean, he played his part.
Netflix won't touch it. Amazon, nobody wants to touch it because it's exposing the corruption on all levels. So this movie is actually, when I looked at it, I cried through the entire movie because these children are being sold, and these grown, like this one kid, they told him his name is Teddy Bear. And so when the agent found out, so what happened was they went to Mexico, and they tricked the parents and said that the children were going to be stars. They did the modeling pictures, which were pictures to showcase their merchandise. So a brother and sister, unbeknownst to the father, was sold into trafficking, but the agent was like, "What is this on the little boy's neck?" He was like, "My sister gave it to me." So he made sure that he went and rescued the sister and the brother, took them back home to their parents. And so this is the stuff that's going on. It's people in Hollywood acting like they're going to put these kids in movies, and they're not. They're doing other things to these kids, and that's what's so sad about it, but they don't want that movie to gain any steam. And I think it's really sad, and that speaks to, what's going on. And I want to say one more thing real quick. everybody is saying Donald Trump, Donald Trump. I read an article and I did a story on it. I have to go back into my stories and do a throwback. Donald Trump and Epstein did take a picture together at Mar-a-Lago because they were going to go into business together. Now, out of Epstein's mouth in an interview, he said the night that that picture was taken, it was only one young girl there, and he told him that the little girl was doing something other than what Donald Trump thought. Donald Trump's security went up and banged on Donald Trump's door and said, "This man got a bunch of young girls here on your property." They said Donald Trump got out of bed, kicked Epstein out, told him there was no more business, and Epstein said it out of his mouth. From that day forward, Donald Trump would never take my calls. He would never talk to me. And he said they used that picture to say that Donald Trump knew about my dealings. And he said it out of his mouth that Donald Trump did not know that he was doing it. But when he found out about it, he went after Epstein. So I want everybody to stop saying, oh, Donald Trump was there with them young girls. No, he was not. Because Donald Trump has daughters. He's very protective of children. So I just wanted to throw that at y'all. I'm going to mute my mic.
Well, I thank you. And I'm glad you said that because I went off on a different tangent. But what I really meant to say was this. Y'all are awake.
Yep. Yep. Hello.
Thank you, Amber. All we got to do is read. All we got to do is turn that news off and start researching, start going back into the archives, start digging up history about these people. Like before I vote, I start digging up their history before it gets too close so I'll know who I'm dealing with. And I did the same thing with Donald Trump. And the reason why I did such an extensive search on Donald Trump, because I wanted to prove everybody right that Donald Trump wasn't crap and that Donald Trump wasn't who he said he was. I had all these evil things to say, and I wanted to prove everybody I knew what I was talking about. And the more I dug in and learned about Donald Trump so I can have ammunition, I found out that I was absolutely 100% incorrect about this man. I was like, oh my God. So if you do your research and you think you're going into research to hurt somebody, you actually find out they weren't the people or the person that everybody led you to believe. But go ahead,
Amen.
Amber.
You're right. You're right. So if we could just continue to stem out, speak the truth. I mean, there's a lot of past things that us as civilization, we're not going to get past. But here's what's at hand immediately that's going to destroy us if we don't wake people up, wake as many people as you can, because it's a spiritual battle going on and all around us. And it's Donald Trump is appointed. I'm not saying he's God. He's no better than nobody else. But God did a pause. He removed Hillary. She was going to get in there and finish Obama's job, allegedly. But
yeah, what about the hard drive she destroyed that had all that? And then you know what? The thing that gets me is nobody really pays attention. If you really pay attention to Donald Trump's character, he's a sarcastic butthole. He will say stuff just to piss you off and to make you think, did this guy really say that? He will say stuff like that. He's a jerk. Like everybody said, well, he said to put bleach. He was being an asshole. Excuse my language. He was being sarcastic. He didn't mean none of that stuff. You gotta know a person that's sarcastic. But people will run with something he's being sarcastic about. And they say, well, what about when he said this? And what about when he said that? But think of it. If you ever met a person that's super sarcastic, they will say stuff to make you to shake you up. You be like, what the hell? What'd he say? And they do it on purpose because that's a way of controlling your emotions.
Yeah, and look, and just as an example, point blank on where we're at right this moment, all these things that they're doing, using the dew weapons, allegedly dew weapons, to cause the fires and whatever. Um, that's a distraction. They trying to distract from the truth coming out, but it's coming. And look,
I think
in the
you need to look at reality and what's
yeah,
in front of you. The truth is out here and it's coming. It's just somebody's gonna say it and you're gonna connect one, you're gonna connect reality and what they saying.
right. And the recent comms is this. Okay, they did one indictment on Trump. They did a second one. They did a third one. They did a fourth one. In the comms, when you go to the comm board, it says there'll be strike one, strike two, strike three, strike four. Guess what? There is no strike five. It's the end. They at the end of it, y'all. That's why things are getting ready to get really crazy because
Right.
them demons ain't going down without the fight. They're gonna do everything they can to destroy what God created. They hate anything that is in the image of God. I'm just tying it together because there it is. It's a spiritual battle between good and evil.
Right.
And if people can't wake up and see, there's more to this fake stage. Y'all ever heard of somebody famous said, all the world's a stage? Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
They got plenty of actors, plenty of foul ones. I'm just saying, y'all keep doing research, do the deep dive.
Yeah.
There's other things at hand, and it's called humanity. And where we go one, we go all. If one fall, hey, look, if we can't save the children, we don't need to be saved. The children are the future. The children are innocent. And
Right.
the Bible says anyone harm one hair on a child, you would be better off to tie. This is just I'm ad-libbing. But the message is this: you better just tie a cinder block around your ankles and throw yourself into the ocean than harm one of my children. He did not say nothing about no cinder block, but he said something about tying a
I get what you're saying, Amber. I get what you're saying. Yeah, it's but they're not, and a lot of people are not paying attention. Where there are so many videos out here where people that are detransitioning are screaming loud to the Congress, and it's like the smaller percentage of those that are changing themselves, they're letting them scream louder than anybody else. But then you have all these medical issues and things that are going on when they give you hormone blockers and all that stuff. That stuff does something to you mentally. And a lot of those people become depressed. A lot of those people want to do self termination, or it messes with their thought process and they go and terminate other people in the process. So it's an all out attack on children. When did it become popular? For like I may be wrong. Allegedly, why was it so extremely important for Obama to this behavior? And
Right.
now it's out of control. Even the people that are what do you call them, the drag kings and drag queens, no
They even
disrespect,
speaking out. Right.
they're speaking out. They said, when the hell did we ever dance for children? This
Right.
mess is sickening. And they're coming out by the drove saying this is not normal. See, what's happening is, and they can say what they want, the pedophile is hiding up under the umbrella of the LBG community, and they're trying to partner with them. And a lot of the LBG community are into adult activity. They're not into kids, because a lot of them love children and they would never think of harming children. But you have the pedophiles that are going up under that umbrella and trying to partnership. But a lot of those transgenders and the LBGT community they're fighting back like, no, we never targeted children. What are you guys doing? What's going on? This is not, no, let children be children. And you have um some couples that have adopted, like in California, there was a couple that tried to sue California because they did not want the two men to adopt the little kid. And so they ended up saying, okay, we're going to do it because we don't want to go through a lawsuit. Long story short, they ended up adopting these kids, and the two men were lovers of children, and they did videos, and they actually
I know what
had
you're talking
footage.
about. Right.
Yeah, they actually had footage of them performing acts on the children. And it's really sad because, you know, they could have said, well, take me to court. Prove to me that you're not going to do this kind of stuff. And the same thing with the scout, the Boy Scout. They had a Boy Scout guy, he sued because he said that he doesn't have interest in children. So, long story short, one of the kids came home after a trip and there was blood in his underwear. And his mom is like, what's going on? What's wrong? And the boy wouldn't say anything, so she took him to the hospital thinking maybe there's something going on internally and it needs medical attention. They found like the man's semen in the little boy's, you know, backside. So they end up putting him in prison. All that money that he won, you know, they took it back. So I'm like, we have to be careful who we have around our kids, even with family members, even with goddaddies, uncles, grandpas, uncles, brothers. It don't matter. If they have an attraction to children, they're gonna plan precisely when to strike. And if you are a single parent that is very needy, that's how the person, they say they want you to call them minor attracted persons. No, they're pedophiles. I'm sorry. They know how to wait, they know how to plan, and they know exactly when to strike. They threaten the children, so you'll probably never know unless you have a really strong relationship with your kid that will communicate, you know, something's not right. But I heard this guy on an interview that we, you know, because we had to take a class, and he talked about how it could take them years. They're extremely patient because it's something that they want to plan, and they want it to be perfect. And when they strike, they make sure that the woman doesn't have a strong male figure around. They make sure that the mommy and the daddy are at each other's throats. Daddy is not always there. It's a Disneyland daddy. And so when they see a strong man like D Truth or Ren Rock or any other strong man that's in here, they're not going to fool with your kid because they know you're going to come blazing saddle. They don't want that repercussion. So they're going to choose a mother that's by herself, that's very needy. He's going to be Captain Save-A-Ho. He's going to be the Santa Claus friend that's giving kids gifts, her gifts. Oh, I'll watch your kids for you. You go ahead and have a good time, girl. Next thing you know, your kids are being violated by somebody, and you'll never know unless you have that relationship. That's what I want to say.
Where did April go? I mean, Amanda. I said April. Amanda.
I don't know.
But you're right.
Miss April, you there? I guess we're the only two here. Where is my girl Amber? I think she might have dropped down, but I love me some Amber. She always coming with the facts though. She be coming with them strong one hitter quitters. So you have anything to add? I'm trying to see if go ahead and talk for a second. I'm gonna see if I can contact Miss April. You still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. Come back up. Come back up, Amanda.
It's Amber. It's
Right.
Amber.
I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I'm not good with names. Come back up, Amber. Why did I say Amanda? Who is Amanda?
Try. You know what? Try it again and let me see if I can bring you back up, Amber.
Oh, because Miss April's not near the thing. Miss April.
Yeah, the females too, D Truth. Yes, and it goes both ways. I wasn't just speaking on one gender, I was speaking on all, not just one gender. You got them in both sectors. Amber, can you try to hit the link and see if I can bring you up? I'm gonna try to see if I can. Amber got some knowledge, boy. She like a walk-in.
Yeah.
You don't talk too much, girl. Come on up here. Stop playing with me.
Why you say you talk too much? What the heck? I
Nuh-uh.
was
Amber be
listening to
kicking
you.
that. No, she be kicking that real stuff. I be sitting there. She when she give you information, it's hard to take it down because I'm gonna relook at it again. I'm gonna look at this live again.
Right.
Amber, come on. Don't be playing with us. I'm gonna get Amber.
Why does she think she talk too much? You better stop. We
She
listening.
don't. She don't talk too much.
If you do talk too much, you speaking
So
fast.
what?
We want to
Right.
hear
So
you
what if you
talk.
do?
We
Don't
ain't
nobody else have the information.
right, and we ain't up here to be quiet. Listen, my name is Eyes Love to Talk, so I like to talk too. So if you want to talk, let's talk.
I don't know where Miss April is. So she had an extremely good live going. So I don't know if she fell asleep or not because she wasn't really feeling all that well anyway. But I thank God for her for coming up. You know what I'm saying? Amber, did you hit the link? Does anybody else want to come up and talk for a minute? Because I don't want this to be like a.
Oh, you putting it on the private? I don't see the link. Not
Oh
on
Lord, let me
YouTube
see if
or
I can find it. Let me see if I can find it.
It's in the private chat. Get it from the private chat. Because I'm looking on YouTube and what's the name? I don't see it.
It should be coming up in a second.
All right, there it goes. There it goes. I think April still have to let it go through.
Huh?
I'm mad that I think April still have to let it go through. I'm mad that she dropped down.
No, Amber.
Amber, I'm sorry. Oh my God.
Hold on a second.
Is talking about me. Oh my God.
Hold on a second.
Is talking about me. Oh my God. I sound like that?
Hold on a second.
Is talking about me. Oh my God. I sound like that?
Hold on a second.
Is talking about me. Oh my God.
Is there another device on?
There she goes. She got it. It's two
Okay.
windows open. You got to click out of one. Stay on the StreamYard one. Click everything out but the StreamYard. Oh, you could. Oh, you are a controller of her live.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I don't just want to end it on one note. I want everybody to do everybody to do closing remarks. Yeah. So that we could go ahead and end it on one note. I want every Uh-oh. So do you have any closing remarks that you would like to say, Miss Eyes?
Thank you for having me up.
Closing remarks that you would like to say, Miss Eyes.
Thank you for having me up.
Closing remarks that you would like to say.
I just muted your mic for a second, Amber, so that it won't keep going until you can get your device, baby girl. That's my girl right there. Go ahead, Miss Eyes.
I want to say thank you for letting me up. Amber, you do not talk too much. If you
Sure
do,
don't.
you're speaking the truth. It's not like you're not speaking rubbish. You telling the truth. Everything you talking about, I'm enlightened on it. Like I know the information that you're talking about. So please don't close your mouth. Keep speaking about it. Keep putting it out there. Definitely our people need to hear it. Definitely everybody needs to hear it. And because you have the truth, you will enlighten everybody else right along with them.
I think I got it figured out.
Okay,
You
cool.
got it. You got it.
I love you guys. Y'all are awesome.
Okay,
Y'all,
so Amber, do you
y'all
have
know
any
y'all.
closing words, sweetie, before we go out? Because I don't know
Yeah,
where Miss April is.
I hope she's okay.
She probably fell asleep.
Okay. Yeah, we've been on like almost 3 hours.
Yeah,
Wow.
so give us 10 minutes of goodness.
Look, hold on.
Nobody say nothing. Give her 10 minutes.
You so silly. Shit. I just wanted to say that y'all can take this for what it's worth. We are the new. We are the hope. We are the soldiers. We got to be there for these people that are gonna fall apart.
Mhm.
Look, you might not like it, but I feel like we got to be there for our loved ones that aren't awake.
Can I
And
ask you one question,
yes,
Amber?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
What do we do with those that don't want to hear it? Like if you're trying to tell them like what you're educating us on, and we're trying to relay this information, and they absolutely don't want to hear it. What is your step? Do you get upset, or what do you do?
Okay. Well, now I know what I love to talk was referring to. My niece. I was trying to tell her, and she said she didn't want to hear it.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, you know what? That at that point, that's when you stop talking.
Okay.
And just keep this in mind. And it's going to happen real soon. They are going to come back to you and say, please tell me what you were talking about. What's going to
Mhm.
happen now? Tell me what
Right.
to do. They're going to lose their freaking minds. I might lose mine too. I don't know that I'm quite ready to hear all the truth, especially
Right.
about the human crimes against humanity. Look, in my wildest imagination, I've tried to. They say those that know can't sleep. Well, I'm having a rough time getting sleep at night because
Okay.
I don't want to go into the nightmare I kept having. It doesn't occur anymore, but I kept feeling like I was in some deep dark woods, like in a black and white movie. The
Mm-hmm.
woods looked like that in my dream, and I was underground, like under all these roots, these leaves and roots, and like nobody was gonna hear me cry. Nobody was gonna uh, ever find me way out there. You know, once I found out about the children, the dream stopped. It's like
Wow.
I was spiritually connecting to some. I was telling my sisters, I was telling my sons, this dream reoccurred over a period of over a year. But once I heard this about the underground, the dumps and all that, and the underground trafficking and all that stuff, and what's going on underground, that's the worst part. But I think they got them all taken care of now. You know, the floods of, like in LA,
Mm-hmm.
underground, the tunnels underground, and
Mm-hmm.
all that stuff. Don't they?
Mm-hmm.
There was a on the posted on the com board that said, "Watch the water." You heard about that flood overseas somewhere, where there was some major flooding going on, right? And babies were found in the floodwater after the water receded. Little kids and babies everywhere. Where you think they came from? Underground, out of the
Wow.
tunnels, allegedly. So watch the water. Watch what's going on, y'all. You know they say no man knows the time or the hour, but if you watch, you'll know the time is at hand. So stay prayed up. And I'm not religious, but I spiritually I know who I belong to. I know that
Mhm.
I
Amen.
y'all we're in a spiritual war. I mean, when you get confused and you think, well, this and this and this and that's that. Look, don't let that devil get inside your brain. Mm-mm.
Right.
Stay
Mm.
focused. And so the people like now, my sister, she's like, I don't know what to do with her. I wish she would listen. I got one of my sons I'm not sure of. He's like, Mom, I don't want to hear any more of it. Just stop talking about it. When I come around, I know what's going on. I'm like, I just want to make sure, but
Right.
I'm not going to bother him no more. I said, well, in the future, if you have any questions, I'm right here.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
If you need me, I'm gonna be here. I feel that the people that are awake and been awake for a while, we just being prepared to help those understand. And if they have any questions, if I feel like I have an answer, I'm gonna give it to you. Then you go on and do your research, and then you
Mm-hmm.
Right.
use your God given discernment to sort it out, and you will stay awake at night trying to work it out in your mind. But
Right.
that is what you got to do. But this other stuff, like racism and prejudice and hatred and gun violence and all the drug, all the other topics, the Trump card is this: we got to save humanity because it's good against evil right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's strictly good against evil. If you're
Yeah.
not trying to do the right thing and get your focus right, you going the wrong way.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You might as well go and get off the fence and jump over there with the devils.
Right.
It's that
Amen.
easy. And
Right.
look, I got bad thoughts sometimes, but I have to dismiss that and
We're
go
not
on.
perfect.
That's right. Because if I was, I'd be up there next to the
Right.
throne.
There you
That's
go.
where I would be.
Right.
We were made in his image. We weren't made identical to him.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Right. Okay. Well, you know what? I thank you guys for being on the show, and hopefully, again, Miss April will possibly do a part two. And everything that has been said on here is alleged. We don't want nobody to come back and talk about we trying to do conspiracy theories. We're trying to sway people to think the way we think. Nothing that anything that we said it was not to harm, disrespect, or anything to anyone else. We want to make that very clear. We're not here to be funny or nasty. These are our thoughts. These are our opinions, and we are not here to disrespect anyone. We're not here to try to change your mind or what you think. So we have to put those disclaimers out because you have those people that will run and say that, oh, they're trying to force us to do this and they're trying to force us to do that. That is absolutely not the case. And before we end, all those that won in the giveaway, whether it be D Truth channel, Ren Rock, my channel, which I don't, yeah, my channel, and Miss April Showers. All of you that have won, please get into my email. Email me, please. I need an address so that I could take it to the post office, weigh it, and know where it's going to the gift so that I could come back and tell you what the amount of the postage is. Because I don't want anybody coming back trying to say that I was not trying to honor, the giveaway. I'm sitting here with a whole bunch of stuff in a box waiting for those to email me so that I could get the ball rolling. So, with that being said, thank you, Amber's Angel Truth.
Oh,
Thank you,
hey,
Miss. Yes,
I,
yes.
I got to interrupt you because I was afraid you're going to end it before I could tell you. Take care of my chess set.
I haven't even made it yet. The other one got ruined,
Oh.
so I can remake you another one. I told you I was gonna make you a fresh one.
Oh.
I don't want to give you that because I've been showing that as a model. I'll make you a fresh one. I told you that.
Girl.
Do you want the same color? Do you want a different color?
What was the checkerboard? What I mean the
The
checkerboard.
chessboard was gold and black.
But I could play checkers on it too, right?
I have checkers. I can make you some checkers.
Wow. Okay, but it will be around the 5th that I'll be.
It doesn't. We'll talk about that later. But do you want
Okay.
gold and black?
Yes.
Okay, I will be working on that. I got me a new machine that dries it faster. I'm so
Woo-woo.
happy.
That's
So
awesome.
yeah, I can take my time and do your thing for you. So when I finish it, I'll let you know. But I need to get these people out their gifts and stuff first before I start messing with that and
Okay,
tinkering with
okay.
that. Okay, so
Yes.
everybody, please email me. If you're on D Truth, he'll give you my email. If you're on Renrock, he'll give you my email. If you happen to remember Amber, Amber will give you my email. Miss April will give you my email. I don't want anybody saying no that I am not honoring, the giveaway. Okay. So with that being said, I gotta go because my dog has to go to the.
I thought you
know.
was having a Tourette's moment.
No, my dog is trying
I
to
was just
go to the
kidding.
bathroom. All right, you guys. Love you all. Talk
All right,
to you
love y'all.
later. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Later.